Eagles can work for the last shot if they choose, and with 12 seconds left, that would be a wise decision. Mosier, right side, with the Eagles up by a bucket. Double team. Can work for the last shot if they choose, and with 12 seconds left, that would be a wise decision. Mosier, right side, with the Eagles up by a bucket. Double team, brings it on top to Helly. Left side to Meyer. He's open. Left side for three. Got it in the closing seconds of the opening quarter. Eagles close the quarter there on a 5-0 spurt, and they lead 11-6 at the end of one. Gadberry goes off left side, now drives into the lane, reverses it right side. Lemur right side for three. Got it. High arcing three, that is. Lisbon leads 23-21. Helly back out on top, and it goes into the backcourt. Picked up by Gadberry. Scores the layup. So this is now a 10-0 run, and Lisbon leads by 9. 10 seconds left in the third. Here's Reimer in the lane, loses it, takes a little one-handed hook shot up and in. Mini hook from 8 feet away, and the Eagles take a timeout. They're in the midst of a 7-0 run. 3:37 to go. Eagles making a run, trailing 39-33. Lisbon leads by 5, led by 13 at 39-26, and they throw a baseball pass ahead to Gadberry. Nobody back. It's wide open. And Gadberry scores the touchdown at the other end to put them up by 7. And it is Lisbon advancing to Central City coming up on Thursday night. Lisbon comes into Clayton Ridge in a defensive ball game. Had that big third quarter run. Lisbon defeats Clayton Ridge by a final score of 46-36. The best tournament action is on KCTN FM 100. It's a Class 2A District semifinal tonight on KCTN in our featured matchup. MFL Mar Mac hosts New Hampton. The Chickasaw enters with 9 wins after an impressive tourney win over Postville, thereafter the upset bid. For MFL Mar Mac, the Bulldogs are a 21-win team. This team feels they have the makings of a deep tournament run. They plan on beginning it tonight. The winner advances to the district final on Tuesday night. New Hampton and MFL Mar Mac. Tonight's Chalk Talk coming up next on KCTN FM 100.
At Top Gun Collision Center, we know that cars are complicated, but all they don't do is cook dinner and do your dishes. At Top Gun, we strive to keep up with all the complexities of new vehicles. We have all the scan tools and certified technicians to guarantee the repair is done right. Not only will it look like new and perform like new, ask Bob about his community and veteran discount programs. Whether it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, you'll save money at Top Gun. If it's that 30-point buck, you may get your whole deductible paid. Call Top Gun for details and schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899. That's 563-964-9899.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa, offering extended hours for more accessible care. The clinic remains open over the lunch hour and offers early Monday morning and later Thursday evening appointments for your convenience. Call 568-5530 to schedule your appointment today. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people. Veterans Memorial.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Brrr, the cold weather is here, and with it comes wind, snow, and ice that can damage overhead power lines. Remember to stay away from all downed lines. They may still be energized. Call to report broken poles, downed wires, or any other damage. By working together, we can keep everyone safe. That's the power of human connections. Almaquee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Allen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency, Monona. Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. And LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. We begin the Chalk Talk for our featured game. We're joined by New Hampton boys basketball coach Ryan Roush. Coach, your team improving to 9-13. Good opening night win. Handled Postville 76-41. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was just a good start to the playoffs for us. You know, we came out and got after them defensively and shot the ball well. And we've been dealing with just a few lineup changes due to some illness that we've been struggling with. But we came out and really played well to start, and that's what you want to see in the playoffs. I really think a lot of times it's the team that settles in first that has the best chance to win the game.
All right, so certainly a big positive for you guys. So let's set the stage. Starting lineup for your team tonight.
Tonight we'll go with Ben Gilbert, who's a junior guard. Reed Roush, he's a sophomore guard. Adam Ewert, he's a sophomore as well, sophomore guard. Gannon Shackleton is a senior guard for us, and then Cale Lowers is a junior center for us.
And some of the kids that contribute off the bench for you.
Yeah, we actually, as a team, typically play a lot of guys. Just our style kind of dictates that. We've got a lot of guys that are kind of bunched together. So we'll come off the bench with a lot of guys. Hunter Seary, number 1, comes off the bench. Him and Evan Knowlton, they're both senior guards. Nick Brinks helps bolster our post lineup. Carter Steinlage, who really his entire career has been a starter for us, really good player, all-conference player in the Northeast Iowa Conference. He's going to come off the bench again tonight. He's been battling some illness, and we're just trying to work him back in, and he's feeling a lot better, so really looking forward to having him. And then, obviously, Aiden Roberson, Carson Leistico, Brady Speltz, a lot of those guys come off the bench and try to give us quality minutes when we need them, and obviously against a team like MFL, it takes all hands on deck.
All right, you mentioned MFL Mar Mac. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Well, the Bulldogs can really go. They're athletic. They're real tough defensively. They've got some guards that can really go, and considering they're not real big, they're just a beast on the glass. They really rebound the basketball well. I don't know how many times in watching film of them, the ball is rebounded up the side and there's a layup made before the shot clock even gets to 30. I've seen it plenty of times, and we see that plenty in our league, against teams like Decorah and Waverly and Charles City. So it's one of those things, you got to be on your horse and you got to get back and ready to play defense. But we've got some things that we feel like we do well to counter that.
All right, keys in the ball game for New Hampton, then what do you have to do?
I think the biggest thing for us is we need to come out and get settled early. We can't let them, get 2 or 3 turnovers and easy baskets and be down big early. You just can't do that against them. I think the biggest thing for us really is to come out swinging, come out firing, knock down open shots, and then obviously really, really rebound the basketball on the defensive end and keep them off the offensive glass so they're not getting second chance opportunities, because they really kill on that. And, just settle into what should be a great playoff environment, and really looking forward to tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, New Hampton boys basketball coach Ryan Roush on his Chickasaw team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt, Steve,
Carol, Josie
at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog spirit wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Monona Veterinary Hospital, Exit Realty Driftless Group, Nathan Welch Excavating and Hydro Seeding, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Furniture Showcase in Olwine, and by RGK Portable Buildings. We continue the Chalk Talk for our boys game. We're joined by MFL Mar Mac boys basketball coach Eric Detbarn. Coach, our team finishing up the regular season 21-1, beat Central last week. Final score there 75-39. Tell me about that game.
Well, I thought it was a pretty good ball game for us. I think we jumped out to a 22-4 lead at the end of one, and we were up 48-13 at halftime, and we just kind of cruised from there in the second half and just played a decent ball game. Not a great ball game going into the tournaments. I'd like us to play a little bit better, but we did get the win, so we got a little momentum going into tonight's ball game with New Hampton.
All right, now let's set the stage. Starting lineup for your team tonight.
At guards, we'll start Wyatt Powell and Zach Driscoll. Forwards will be Carver Blitzbentine and Parker Keel, and then Hunter Meyer in the middle.
And some of the kids that contribute off the bench for you.
Well, Bryce Deal will come off the bench. Brock Hackett will come off the bench for us. Landon Meany and Cade McKelwin, and we'll kind of see what happens from there.
All right, turning our attention to New Hampton, what do you know about the Chickasaws?
Well, I know they played a good ball game the other night against Postville. Went over and watched them. They got some real good guards that we're going to have to do a good job of keeping out of the lane and making sure that we don't give them wide open looks from three-point land. And then they're fairly athletic, so we're going to have to play real well.
All right, as far as playing well, you mentioned some of the keys. What else do you have to do in this ball game?
Well, defensively is a must for us. We got to play well defensively. We got to make sure that we make it tough for them, and hopefully, if we play well defensively, that'll help us get out and run and allow us to get some easy baskets on the offensive end.
All right. The other thing is, to this point of the season, do you like the progress that this team has made?
Yeah, I think we kind of hang our head on the defensive end of the floor, and the kids have kind of taken to that. And if we play well defensively, that seems to kind of move over to the offense, helps us on the offensive end of the floor, and I'm kind of happy with that.
All right, sounds good. Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
MFL Mar Mac basketball coach Eric Detbarn and his Bulldog team. Chalk Talk continues after this.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Winter high school sports season has begun. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates in Monona encourage you to support your local high school basketball and wrestling teams. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona, 539-4651, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa theme and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beer. Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Green Acre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Tap, Superior Building Center in Monona, Chad Hochschild Logging, Allen Roofing and Construction in Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, the Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barnes along with Coach Aaron Hamann. Welcome to Monona and the Class 2A Boys District Basketball Tournament tonight on KCTN. It is MFL Mar Mac coming in with a record of 21-1 against an upstart New Hampton team that comes in with a record of 9-13 on the season. As always, I'm joined by Coach Hamann. The good news is, as you go north, the weather cooperated a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, less snow the farther north we traveled. We had a lot more snow down the Garnavillo, your area, Strawberry Point, my area. We get up here in Monona, they hardly had any. So we're playing basketball.
A number of games canceled tonight, including on the opposite side of this bracket. Beckman scheduled to entertain Denver tonight. That game has been postponed and will now be played on Friday night at Beckman at 7 o'clock. So it'll be interesting to see if anybody from Beckman or Denver makes their way up to this game, or vice versa. The winner of this ball game heads down there to watch that game tomorrow night. Another game we're following tonight in Class 2A, North Fayette Valley at Osage, and that game, of course, further north, that is going on as scheduled. So let's talk about this matchup. First off, as always, we start talking about the visiting team, New Hampton. They were victorious over Postville, 76-41. They're led by senior Gannon Shackleton, who averages 14 points a ball game. But it's a team that is deep, and they go deep into Pine City.
They do. They got a lot of guys that play, and because of that, you don't see those top 2 or 3 scorers. You got Carter Steinlage, who averages double figures. But then you get Ben Gilbert with about 6-7 points, Adam Ewert with about 7 points, Cale Loris with about 6 points. And it just continues from there. So they got a lot of guys who can score. We'll see who actually does score today.
It's a team. They only average 54 points a ball game, but they feel they've played in a tougher conference, in the Northeast Iowa Conference. Though MFL Mar Mac has had success and North Fayette Valley has had some success as well against teams from the Northeast Iowa Conference. But again, shooting has been a struggle from them from time to time, as they only shoot 37% from the field, 29% from the three-point line. The good news is 72% from the free throw line. For MFL Mar Mac, the Bulldogs bring balance. 4 scores in double figures. Zach Driscoll leads the way.
Yeah, I think everything starts with Driscoll. He gets his points night in, night out, averaging 20 points a ball game and still pulling in about 5.5 rebounds and dishing out about 5 assists and about 4 steals. It starts with him, but then you have Blitz Benteen, Powell, Keel all getting double figures. Hunter Meyer in there, 6-7 points. Brock Hackett, 6-7 points off the bench. They got a lot of scoring as well.
Yeah, Blitz Benteen averaging 14 points and 8 rebounds. His numbers have just continued to grow this year. Wyatt Powell, keep an eye on this. He has a broken middle finger, so on his shooting hand. So he is playing with those 2 fingers taped together and some padding around them. But he's going to play. And as Coach Detbarn talked to us and Wyatt Powell said before the ball game, his feet still work just fine. He's still quick. But it could affect his shooting in the ball game. But the big thing is, defensively, that should not be a factor.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a factor defensively or runouts, layups. I think just flat-out shooting, maybe those passes a little bit.
We're ready to go with our starting lineups. Greg Schiller, courtside. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MFL Mar Mac High School for tonight's boys tournament basketball game between the New Hampton Chickasaws and the MFL Mar Mac Bulldogs. The Chickasaws are coached by Ryan Roush, assisted by Brock Fromm and Tate Hoffmeister. The Bulldogs are coached by Eric Detbarn, assisted by Michael Moon, Mike Driscoll, and Corey Donlin. Officials for tonight's game are Brianne Byerly, Vaughn Grimm, and Marisa Nordskow. Now the starting lineups. First for the Chickasaws, number 2, Ben Gilbert. For the Bulldogs, number 0, Wyatt Powell. For the Chickasaws, number 5, Reed Roush. For the Bulldogs, number 1, Zach Driscoll. For the Chickasaws, number 10, Adam Ewert. For the Bulldogs, number 2, Carver Blitz Benteen. For the Chickasaws, number 11, Gannon Shackleton. For the Bulldogs, number 3, Parker Keel. And finally for the Chickasaws, number 21, Cale Lowers. For the Bulldogs, number 22, Hunter Meyer. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time
there you go, starting lineups. When we return, opening action here from Monona with MFL Mar Mac and New Hampton.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Canucco Floor Covering in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Market Street Buffet, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Ready to go with game number 1 of 1 tonight here on KCTN. Winner goes to the district final and plays Tuesday night at a site to be determined. Great crowd for MFL Mar Mac. Their student section is actually to our right, which normally they're on the other side, on the left side.
easier access to concessions maybe on
I
that
suppose.
side. I don't know.
Meanwhile, the New Hampton fans on that side of the stage area here at Monona about half full. Blitz Benteen jumps it up for MFL Mar Mac, and it is Laurels jumping it up there for New Hampton into the backcourt, won by the Chickasaws. This game is underway. Left side Ewart in the lane, goes right side now and works the basketball to Shackleton. Shackleton baseline. MFL Mar Mac will come out here, and they'll man things up right away. In the offensive end, left side Shackleton. Back out on top, Patience here. They work at left baseline now, and driving along the baseline there was number 21, and that is Lowers, who drives baseline but has the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by New Hampton.
Yeah, just kind of dribbled that out of bounds, ran out of real estate there, ball went out of bounds. First turnover, MFL gets their first possession.
So the Bulldogs here in the offensive end. New Hampton will come out here, and they are going to play a man-to-man. Chickasaws away black, New Hampton in white with the red trim. Bulldogs the home white. Bulldogs in, once again, blue. And driving in the lane, Blitz Benteen drives. Little runner right side, leaves it short as he drove in right side. Rebound pulled down there by Lowers. Back in the offensive end quickly is Gilbert for New Hampton. Top of the key, they go to Lowers. He's open for three. Got it! And the Chickasaws strike first with the top of the key three.
Yeah, big bucket there to get them started.
In the offensive end, it is again Blitz Benteen. He drives in again, same drive, but again deflected that time. Rebound by New Hampton. Gilbert leads the fast break. He drives in, takes a little runner, forced it from the left side, banked it long there to the left. Rebound by Powell. Bulldogs back in the offensive end. Driscoll has it left side, stops the dribble. Curran cutting in the lane. Parker Keel flips it up, middle of the lane, 8-footer up and in. Nice recognition by Driscoll, hitting Keel with the floater. Bulldogs on the board.
Yeah, nice cut by Keel to find the middle of that lane, and just a little floater drops in.
Bulldogs will try to do some trapping out of their half-court man-to-man defense. Baseline area down to Roush. Roush back out on top, and again they throw it away into the arms of the Bulldogs. Keel crossover dribble, drives in, floats it up with the left hand, but it's blocked by the guard Ewart, getting back defensively. Rebound by New Hampton, and now we have an offensive foul called here, and this is on a moving screen by Ben Gilbert as they brought it up into the offensive end with Ewart.
Yeah, they're calling it an illegal screen. They're saying he initiated the contact on that screen, and I think he was just trying to get out of the way of the dribbler.
Left side, Powell, baseline to Blitz Benteen. Again, drives to the free throw line, try to go backdoor, but it's deflected by New Hampton. Good covering defense by Gilbert, who turns the Bulldogs over. So the Chickasaws back in the offensive end. What we're seeing so far is both teams a great job getting back defensively. Roush, left corner for three. Shot no good. Rebound cleared off the right as it grazed the side of the rim by Hunter Meyer. Powell, crossover dribble, spins, loses the handle on it. Tried to feed it back to Driscoll. It's deflected out of bounds into the New Hampton bench, and it stays down here with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're going to say that went off a New Hampton hand there, so MFL Mar Mac's going to retain possession.
So the Bulldogs taking it out near side with Powell. On that spin, you can see that ball slide away from that right hand.
That
Maybe
right
the
hand.
first time we've seen that. Inbounds Driscoll, left side for three. Got it. Just on the inbounds, rolled to the deep left corner, and the Bulldogs take their first lead.
And nobody goes out on Driscoll, and you should because he's a good scorer.
Offensively, number 11, Shackleton, back out on top with Gilbert. Gilbert right side, driving into the lane is Lowers. His shot up and in from the right side. Strong move by Lowers, one-on-one.
Yeah, nice finish, too, around the rim, getting it up off the glass.
Offensively, Driscoll back over to Keel. Keel at the free throw line, pulls up, 15-footer, rattled around, got it to stay down, and Keel very much involved in the lane. Bulldogs retake the lead.
Yeah, nice drive and finish by Keel. Now play a little defense here, Bulldogs.
Shackleton runs into his own teammate and somehow maintains his dribble as he was going behind him. Back out on top to Gilbert. Gilbert left side, 3 minutes into our first quarter. Bulldogs average 77 points a ball game. We mentioned earlier, New Hampton only 54 points a ball game. Right side driving in is Roush. Pulls up at the elbow. 15-footer, banks it in from the right elbow. The bank stays open late for New Hampton. Right side, Keel open right side for three. Got it from the right wing. And Keel comes out with a hot hand, and the Bulldogs lead by 3.
And they need to identify that hot hand because it comes and goes with each Bulldog, but right now it's Parker Keel.
Shackleton in the offensive end. Gilbert far side by the stage area. He's guarded by Powell. Back left side now with Shackleton, who's guarded by Driscoll. Driscoll stumbles. Shackleton drives in, takes an extra step, leans in, hits a nice 6-foot floater just off the left side, leaning towards the middle. Chickasaws back within 1. Driscoll ahead of the pack, drives in, shot blocked on the drive in, but fouled on the attempt. And I believe the foul is on Lowers. And it's on Lowers because of the swap down on the drive by Driscoll.
Yeah, the block was probably clean, but the follow-through swat is what gets you that call all the time.
So second foul committed by the Chickasaws. It's safe to say pace of this ball game is what MFL Mar Mac wants to do.
Absolutely.
Get up and down the court. So at the free throw line is Driscoll for 2. Free throw on its way. It is good. One thing about MFL Mar Mac is defensively you just can't turn your back because they're going to attack.
Yeah, they're gonna get steals. They're gonna jump you. They're gonna double team you. They're gonna run out. You have to be alive all the time.
Our first substitution of the night, Carter Steinlage for New Hampton, a 6'3 junior. Second free throw by Driscoll, who is a great free throw shooter. Makes the second one. He's at 82%, and it's 12-9 Bulldogs in the lead at the halfway point of our first quarter. Left side, Shackleton drives in, and as he takes a shot inside the left block, fouled on the attempt driving in, and that's on Hunter Meyer, who was there with the help defense.
And Gannon Shackleton, a senior here for the Chickasaws, he averages about 67% from the free throw line, so not the guy you probably want to put on the free throw line, one of their better free throw shooters.
Free throw there, it's off the front of the rim. It is no good. He'll have another opportunity. Our first substitutions are for the Bulldogs here now. Hunter Meyer checks out along with Parker Keel. Bryce Deal checks in. He is a 6'1 junior. And number 10 into the ballgame as well, Brock Hackett, a 5'11 sophomore. Meanwhile, checking out is Roush for New Hampton. Free throw is good. Into the game is Hunter Siri, number 1, a 6-foot senior. Driscoll in the offensive end after 1 of 2 made at the free throw line. Tried to go to Deal. The ball knocked out of there by New Hampton. Digging in there was Ewert. Knocked it out of bounds, but it stays down here with the Bulldogs along the sideline off the left side.
And they're going to take it off on the left side here, and they got an easy bucket last time. See what they draw up this time.
And they ran a 3 inbounds, and here is Blitz Benteen. Tried to feed it to Driscoll, but Driscoll stopped at the wing. The ball picked up by New Hampton. Shackleton drives in, then loses the ball driving in. Trying to save it out of bounds along the baseline is number 2 in Gilbert, but ran out of room. New Hampton probably tried to force that and turns it over instead. But our first timeout taken by the Chickasaws. 3:49 left in the opening act. Bulldogs the early lead, 12-10. Timeout on the court.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit Real Farmers, Real Food, RealMeat.com.
12-10, MFL Mar Mac in the lead. Chickasaws take a 30-second timeout, extending pressure a little bit there, but just token pressure with Shackleton, who then drops back, and they'll pick up MFL Mar Mac in the half court. Powell brings it across the timeline offensively and tries a bounce pass on top, and it goes into the backcourt. Driscoll again for the second trip in a row. Driscoll's went one way and the balls went the other, so just some miscommunication, and the Bulldogs turn it over.
Well, and Shackleton is a shadow now for Driscoll. He's just going to follow him everywhere he goes. That's why the pressure was there on the backcourt and the front court.
Inbounds, they go back left side to Shackleton. Shackleton across the timeline, and again guarded by Powell. Flips it back out on top to Gilbert. Gilbert and the Bulldogs switch basically on every pick on top. And to right side now with Steinlage. Steinlage back to Gilbert. Steinlage drives in right side, gets a step, takes a contested 8-foot baseline shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in from the right side. And the game now tied. Steinlage just really getting back to health for New Hampton. He averages over 10 points a ball game coming off the bench for them tonight.
Yeah, just dealing with some illnesses, and now he's feeling a little bit better, and a nice strong move there.
Driscoll, step back jump shot. His foot was on the line from the three-point line off left side. Leaves it short. Rebound by New Hampton. Again, they try to throw it ahead, but intercepted by Powell. And then Powell, a reach-in foul by Ewert in the offensive end. So New Hampton tried to run, but the Bulldogs getting back. And we talked about having your head on a swivel there. Their back wasn't to the play.
Well, and I think this is the pace that MFL wants. They want to push the pace a little bit, get New Hampton kind of uncomfortable. And right now it's just been kind of sluggish. They're going to get out here and run a little bit and try to pick it up.
Powell takes it inbounds at center court. He'll go into the backcourt to Driscoll. So not at a 12 here, inside 3 minutes left in our first quarter. Driscoll goes off a pick, kicks it in the corner. Powell open, left side for 3. Leaves it short, grazed the side of the rim, and the rebound pulled down underneath by Steinlage. Back in the offensive end, it is again Shackleton. Again, Powell is only shooting 18% from the three-point line. Left side, they drive in the lane. Shackleton in the air. Coming up with in the air is Steinlage, who tried to catch it and shoot it in midair, but it goes off the left side of the rim. Driscoll in the offensive end. Stops and pops a 3, but it grazes the front of the rim. It is no good. Deal got the rebound, loses it, and then the ball goes out of bounds in the stage area as Shackleton, along with Driscoll chasing after it, they run into the official, and it stays down here, out of bounds, touched by New Hampton last.
Maybe just a hair rush there by Driscoll, but he's being shadowed everywhere, and he's getting frustrated.
Blitz Benteen checks out along with Deal. Also for New Hampton, Siri has checked out. Back into the game for them is Lowers as they throw it into Driscoll on the left block. Trying to post up his defender. Spins, now goes back, uses the left hand, but again, left it short, fading away off the left side from 5 feet away. It would have been a pretty move.
It would have been a nice move and just not able to find the spacing.
Parker Keel and Hunter Meyer checked in for MFL Mar Mac last break. So back left side, it is Roush. Roush also came back into the ball game on top to Shackleton. Inside 2 minutes left in the quarter. Shackleton left side as they try to get into their offense. Off a pick is Gilbert. Back left side again with Lowers. Baseline, Shackleton drives in from the left block, muscles it up and in. Baseline was open there, strong to the rack, and it is now a 2-point lead for New Hampton.
Yeah, not a place that MFL Mar Mac is used to being is behind.
And driving in the lane, Powell. Pass to Meyer. Meyer loses it on the floor. Digging in is New Hampton. They pick it out of the scrum. Picked up by Shackleton, and Shackleton traveled with the basketball, trying to get away from pressure. It was a mad scramble and a hot potato in the middle of the lane. But the ball goes back to MFL Mar Mac after New Hampton had possession.
Yeah, and you saw a nice entry pass there. Hunter Meyer just not able to handle it, little hot for him, and not able to pick it up, and he just got away from everybody. New Hampton not able to get it clean.
And off the left side of the basket, it will be Driscoll inbounds. Driscoll has it left wing, and they'll bring it over here again with him a chance to go one-on-one. Crossover dribble, spins, uses the left hand, but too strong on the spin move. He was short earlier, banked that one long from left to right. Back in the offensive end, Gilbert loses the basketball. It's just taken away by Hackett. Back in the offensive end is Driscoll. Crossover dribble, they call him for carrying. So Driscoll trying to force the action, carried the basketball. To let you know how Carter Steinlaggy is fighting through some illness here, during that break, if he checked out, he took the garbage can to the end of the New Hampton bench, standing up down there, just in case he needs it.
Yeah, he's just holding that garbage can and trying to catch his breath and trying to keep down whatever wants to come up right now.
Hackett checks out for MFL Mar Mac as Blitz Benteen comes back in for New Hampton. Aiden Roberson is a senior, his first appearance. Again, New Hampton will play 12, not have any problem with that. Left side, back in the offensive end, Lowers. Lowers feeds it back out on top to Shackleton. Inside a minute to go in our first quarter. Left side, Shackleton for three. That shot is long. Missed it from the left side. It was actually taken by Ewert. Shot no good. Driscoll back in the offensive end. Left side to Blitz Benteen. Blitz Benteen stops, loses the basketball on the drive in. He was trying to collect it for a shot. And the Bulldogs just out of sorts in the half court right now.
They are. Both teams not taking care of the basketball, which is uncharacteristic of the Bulldogs.
And on the inbounds pass, it's knocked away in the backcourt by Parker Keel as they tried to inbound it there to Ewert. Knocked away, so instead of the baseline, now they move it over to the near side, and it will be at the end of the New Hampton bench. The Chickasaws taking it inbounds. And again, they get it inbounds to Ewert. Ewert in the backcourt. Keel goes for the steal, knocked away, but they're able to control it. Now ahead of center court. The ball finally by New Hampton across the timeline to Roberson in the offensive end as they pushed it ahead. But it was an interesting set. Back right side, underneath, they try to go to Shackleton in the lane, catches it on the left block. His shot, it's Lowers actually, up and in from the left side. He cut back door, and it's a 4-point lead, and what is now a 7-0 run by New Hampton.
And that was a great find by Shackleton there to get him open under the hoop.
And back left side with 10 seconds to go in the lane to Keel. Tries to reverse it down low. It is knocked away. It is picked up by New Hampton, and then a reach-in foul by Powell. Shackleton with the steal, reach-in foul by Powell with 4.5 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
And you know MFL Mar Mac's not going to make this last shot easy for the Chickasaws. They're going to force them in the backcourt. Hopefully they don't get a shot off.
Shackleton will try to throw it towards the basket. He does at center court in the offensive end to Lawrence. Back to Shackleton, top of the key for three. Banks it long to the left, and the opening quarter comes to an end. New Hampton, a solid start. They lead MFL Mar Mac 16-12 at the end of one. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Allen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona. Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. And LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. New Hampton leads 16-12 at the end of one, shooting in the opening quarter, Coach.
For the Bulldogs, they were 4 for 12, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. For the Chickasaws, they were 7 of 13, 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
And the story has been for MFL Mar Mac getting into the lane but unable to finish. It'll be Driscoll, Powell, Keel, Meyer, and Blitz Benteen to start the fourth quarter. Keep in mind the Bulldogs haven't played for 9 days.
Yeah, they haven't played for a while, so a little rust that first quarter. Powell trying to figure out his hand a little bit. They'll get it figured out.
Meyer hands it back to Driscoll. Driscoll at the left block. Cover, try to go to Blitz Benteen, but again, an errant pass too hot to handle, and they turn it over again. Roush picks up the basketball. I don't think he was expecting the pass. Back out on top, Roush. And they try to feed it there to Roberson. Knocked away by Powell. Powell using that left hand primarily. Drives in and scores the layup. That's the reason why he can play through that right hand right there.
Yeah, nice job getting the steal. He used the left hand, finishing strong.
And again, they pick up full court pressure. Roberson. Also out there is Shackleton. You have Roush, Lowers, and also out there as well as Ewert for New Hampton. And driving in, but an offensive foul. Shackleton lowered the head, drove left side. Powell draws the charge. We're going the other way.
And that was pretty obvious one. Made contact and extended the arm. Powell goes flying. That's going to be a turnover.
Gilbert into the ball game. Roberson checks out for New Hampton. Bulldogs trail by 2. Fourth team foul on New Hampton. Bulldogs have only committed 2. Been well played. We mentioned the New Hampton side, about half full if you put it all together, but weather may be playing a factor in their crowd tonight. Driscoll, right side to Keel. Keel just off the elbow, takes a 17-footer, circles around, touched every part of the rim, no good. Meyer the rebound, put back, wanted to crawl out of there, but it slides through as it bounced from right to left, and the Bulldogs have tied it up. Meyer, the offensive putback. Back in the offensive end very quickly is Ewert. Ewert drives in, loses the basketball, picked up there by MFL Mar Mac and Meyer. Driscoll, nice feed to Keel from the right side, uses the left hand. It's up, it's in, and a timeout taken by the Chickasaws. 6-0 spurt by the Bulldogs. They're back in the lead at 18-16. Let's take this timeout. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader in West Union is offering a fresh perspective until March 31st. Patients can receive $100 off a complete pair of glasses with the purchase of premium lenses. Contact your local Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader, 563-245-2304, or West Union, 563-422-6085 for more details, and some exclusions may apply. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader in West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the court this season.
Top Gun Collision Center knows hunting season is over, but the deer still have a lot of tags to fill. If you've been tagged by anything, pull into the stoplight at Top Gun. That's it. Bob and his technicians have over 35 years experience and will handle everything. We write the estimate, take photos, and follow the factory engineered repaired procedures to fix your vehicle quickly and, most important, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. While you're there, ask Bob about his community and veteran discount program. Call Bob at 563-964-9899. That's 563-964-9899.
An update from Osage. They've played one. North Fayette Valley leads Osage. Good start for them on the road, 13-12 at the end of one. Bulldogs lead by a bucket here, and it started with their defense. They have now went full court man-to-man.
They have, and they're running and jumping and taking away passing lanes and getting those steals and runouts.
And backcourt area, Ewert has the ball knocked away by Powell, then loses it out of bounds at center court. So the Bulldogs have turned up the pressure. There's another turnover.
And we talk about it, their pressure is not always taking it away, but forcing those mistakes by the other team.
And New Hampton, in the first 90 seconds of this second quarter, how many turnovers here just to start in this quarter?
They got 4 turnovers just this quarter. They had 7 in the first.
Meyer in the lane to Driscoll, trying to post up, spins, a little pop shot, in and out, off the back of the rim, and then the rebound tied. I think they call a foul on Driscoll. I thought Driscoll reached in to force the jump ball to Shackleton, but Driscoll called for the reach-in foul there. So Driscoll getting post-up shots that he wants, but just right now struggling.
Not finishing, not able to get it to drop.
Gilbert inbounds to Shackleton. Again, he's guarded by Powell. Powell shedding him with that right hand, and Shackleton pushes it sideline to Gilbert in the offensive end. Back out on top to Ewert. Ewert goes off a pick. New Hampton, now Driscoll knocks it away from Ewert, but out of bounds into the stage area. They'll take it on the far sideline. Stays down here with the Chickasaws.
What a great resource, being able to switch on every pick and just float and take away those steals.
Inbounds, they go deep into the corner. That's left side with Shackleton. Cross-court pass to Lowers. Lowers takes a shot. Altered there by Meyer. May have got a piece of it. Either way, it's an air ball. Rebound pulled down there by MFL Mar Mac. Back in the offensive end is Driscoll. Driscoll directing traffic. Blitz Benteen on the right block. Gets it. Muscles his way in. The shot leaves it short. Tried to tip up the rebound. No luck there. Lowers got the rebound. And that time, Blitz Benteen just really kind of forced that shot.
Yeah, one and done. And that's not like the Bulldogs. Usually they get a couple second chance opportunities.
Shackleton to Lowers. Lowers, top of the key. Back left side to Gilbert. Let's see if New Hampton can settle down in the half court. Left side, Gilbert. Deep three, left side. Got it! That'll help you out. A step behind the arc on the left side. Chickasaws go back up 19-18.
Yeah, big shot there out of Gilbert, knocking that down.
And back out on top again is Blitz Benteen at the left elbow. Trying to break down his defender one-on-one. Loses the basketball. Dives for it on the court. And now we've got to tie up as number 5 Roush in there along with Blitz Benteen. And the Bulldogs a little too much one-on-one that time.
Yeah, just kind of isolating guys and playing one-on-one instead of 5-on-5 right now.
Substitution, Blitz Benteen will check out as Hackett comes into the ball game, and the jump ball keeps it actually down here with MFL Mar Mac.
They're pointing to New Hampton, so I think the Bulldogs are just up here to put pressure on.
Well, MFL Mar Mac thought it was their ball because now you see Meyer and everybody else headed back the other way. Inbounds at court to Gilbert. Gilbert across the timeline. Guarded by Keel, left side in the offensive end. 3 minutes into our second quarter. Chickasaws lead by 1. Lowers, left wing area, kicks it in the corner to Gilbert. Deep left three, a step behind the arc. Wedge that one short. Long rebound picked up by Hackett outside the lane, left side. Back in the offensive end is Driscoll. Driscoll, crossover dribble. Stops, right side, Keel, right wing for 3. Circled around, no good. And the rebound, Lowers knocked it out of bounds, but I think they said Meyer got a piece of it last, and it goes to New Hampton.
That ball circled in and out and touched every part of the rim on Keel.
He has had 2 of them tonight that have done that to him. The home rim unkind right now. Ewert inbounds to Gilbert. Gilbert in the backcourt with 4:40 left here. Double team, but still gets it into the offensive end. Gilbert off a pick left side, stops the dribble, and hands it on over to Ewert. High post area, and again, that is going to be Steinlage. Steinlage, middle of the lane, and there's a reach-in foul by MFL Mar Mac. A lot of pressure in there as Powell, along with Hackett, reaching in, and I think Hackett gets the foul call.
Yeah, I think Hackett's going to get the foul, but he got a lot of that ball. Steinlage probably brought it to the front a little too far out. He just kind of poked it through.
Left side of the basket, it will be Shackleton taking it out of bounds. Inbounds to Steinlage. Back out on top, and the pass is intercepted by Driscoll, but they're going to call a foul, and this is on Driscoll, and I think this is the backside official calling it. The penalty, the foul, is on Steinlage. So Driscoll got the steal, but there was a foul on Steinlage here, which actually was away from where the steal happened.
Yeah, it was totally away from the ball, but Driscoll got that steal as that, I think it was an illegal pick set by Steinlage there, and that call kind of negated a wide open drive.
How many MFL Mar Mac fans were ready to jump on that call, huh?
They're pretty excited about that.
Driscoll back out on top. Crossover dribble at the right elbow area. Brings it over to the right wing. Again, brings it middle of the lane. Stops. Nice feed underneath to Meyer. His shot off the front of the rim. Tough angle to bank it in from as he was kind of straight with the backboard. And the rebound by New Hampton. Short on the shot. In the lane, back out on top, Ewert. They go to Steinlage. Nice feed, cutting back door is number 14, and that is Nick Brinks just into the ball game. Dices along the back door, and they lead by 3.
And they get Brinks involved right away just as he comes off the bench, gets a bucket on the baseline.
And here's Powell, crossover dribble left side. They stop it, top of the key to Driscoll, loses it for a second, picks it up center court circle. Driscoll, crossover dribble, double pump shot, driving in, an errant shot that is no good, but bailed out by contact. He was bodied, and the foul committed by Shackleton on the drive in. And Driscoll going to the free throw line, though he didn't finish the shot. He does go to the free throw line for a pair.
Does it feel like the Bulldogs just don't have a lot of flow offensively? It's kind of, matchups, one-on-ones, and seeing who can take who off the dribble. Not a lot of clean play.
Free throw by Driscoll. It is good. I think you've got to give some props to New Hampton because they have done a good job moving their feet defensively and getting into driving lanes.
Yeah, they've been playing really clean, and against an aggressive offense like this, they're doing a nice job.
Hunter Meyer checks out. Blitz Benteen back in for the Bulldogs. Another substitution. Ryan Willitson, a 5'11 sophomore, checks in. for, once again, New Hampton. At the free throw line is going to be there, Driscoll. So Driscoll makes them both and brings them within 21-20. So both free throws made. I believe that is Willitson into the ball game. Backcourt area, it is Shackleton. Shackleton guarded by Driscoll and just kind of shielding him into the offensive end, brings it left side, stops the dribble, and somebody's got to come help him out. And finally, it is Gilbert who does, but they're near center court here. 20 seconds on the shot clock, taking them 15 to 20 seconds to get into the offense. Now the ball is knocked away. Blitz Benteen pushed it into the backcourt, but then I believe as they chased the loose ball in the MFL Mar Mac offensive end, there was a nudge from behind. Keel called for the foul as Brinks was trying to chase down the ball in the MFL Mar Mac offensive end.
Yeah, nice defense there. Poking it away was Blitz Benteen, and Parker Keel just trying to run that down. Made a little contact.
Inbounds, it will be Gilbert getting it inbounds to Shackleton. MFL Mar Mac, maybe the game plan, just try to wear down New Hampton with this half-court defense. Shackleton left side in the offensive end to Willitson. Willitson on top, and that is Gilbert with it. Gilbert right side to Brinks, and there's a foul. This is offensive the other way. It's underneath the basket. Being nudged from behind was Blitz Benteen, and the foul committed there by Willitson below.
Yeah, the foul there underneath the basket, away from the ball once again.
So again, that is the 5th team foul, actually the 7th committed there by New Hampton. And because it's a block in the back there, we should still be taking this ball back in the defensive end.
I think this is still a player control foul, so I don't think this is a shooting foul. MFL should get it in the backcourt.
So it's the 7th team foul. MFL Mar Mac has only committed 5 team fouls. So 3 minutes to go in our first half. New Hampton leads 21-20. New Hampton has played them man-to-man, but again, good help defense every time the Bulldogs have drove into the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job with their defensive game plan, just like MFL Mar Mac has.
And across the timeline, it is again Powell. Powell off a pick right side on top to Driscoll. They fight through the pick, so Driscoll unable to get an open look, but takes it from about 25 off the front of the rim. Shot no good. Shackleton gets to the rebound before anybody else does on the baseline. Shackleton in the offensive end, middle of the lane. Nice wraparound pass. Double pump shot from the left side by Ewert. It is up and in, and New Hampton goes back up by 3. Back in the offensive end, Driscoll drives in the shot, partially blocked by Brinks. There's that help defense as the ball was short. New Hampton in the backcourt. Shackleton slides down, loses the ball. Somehow they get it ahead. Now Driscoll dives in a reach-in foul from behind by New Hampton. As Driscoll was just basically tackled from behind by Ewert. This will be interesting to see if this is intentional.
I don't think it's going to be intentional, but it is going to be a foul. I think the crowd here thinks it's going to be a jump ball, but he wasn't going for the ball. He was going for the foul there.
So it was really getting physical there, and I think I see Powell having a conversation there with one of the officials about, again, how physical this game is becoming, which New Hampton wants to do, by the way.
Oh,
they want to make this a half-court affair.
Make it a half-court, grind-it-out affair, not a track meet like MFL Mar Mac would love this to be.
All right, so 3 in, 3 out. Into the game is Steinlage along with Lowers, and also back into the ball game is Siri. Meanwhile, Hunter Meyer comes back in as Hackett checks out. After all of this, Driscoll to the free throw line for 2, and this can really get him going offensively. It's a 1-and-1. It's only the 8th team foul.
Yeah, he's going to go to the free throw line, and he does a nice job there. Going to knock down a couple of free
throws. Free throw is good, and it's 23-21. MFL Mar Mac back within 2. But again, in the second quarter, New Hampton has scored all of 7 points, but MFL Mar Mac has only scored 9. Second free throw there, it is good, and it's now 23-22. Bulldogs back within a point. Backcourt area, Siri. Siri to Lowers. Left side in the offensive end to Steinlage. Steinlage brings it back out on top now to Gilbert. Gilbert, left side, guarded by Keel. Left wing, goes baseline to Roush. Roush, deep left corner. Gilbert, left side for 3. That shot long. Meyer got his hand on the rebound, then fouled by New Hampton. Meyer did a good job sealing out, went up for the rebound. New Hampton and Lowers tried to reach up with him and reached over top. Back to the other end, and again, this is a 1-and-1 for MFL Mar Mac.
Well, and this is what MFL Mar Mac wants. They shoot about 70% from the free throw line, but getting there, this is the key. Getting there, getting those free throws, and they're using them right now to get back into this ball game.
Another score, North Fayette Valley leads Osage 22-21 at the half. Good ball game going on there. Meyer with a 1-and-1. Free throw off the side of the rim, rolls to the back, kisses the glass, and goes through. And it's 23-23. The game is now evened up. Substitution as Lowers checks out after the 9th team foul. Roberson comes back in. Have they played, 11 so far?
They played a lot of guys, so in and out, keeping fresh legs all the time.
2:03 left in our first half. Myers' second free throw off the back of the rim, bounces twice, then goes off the right side, and the rebound cleared by Roberson for New Hampton. Backcourt area with Gilbert. Gilbert pushes it into the offensive end left side, guarded by Keel, on top to Steinlage. Steinlage in the lane. They try to work down low. There's a foul by Meyer reaching from behind. They try to go Roberson in the lane, and that's a rec league foul. You reach from behind on the entry pass.
Yeah.
6th team foul by the Bulldogs.
Well, and Hunter Meyer knew he was behind that play and just kind of stuck his hand out there trying to keep the pass from getting in the lane.
So Meyer checks out as Deal comes in. I believe that's the 2nd foul on Hunter Meyer. Inbounds, Roush tried to go inbounds to Steinlage, deflected out of there by Driscoll on the inbounds play. So they'll still take it on the right side. They were trying to bounce it to the left block area from the right side, trying to bounce it there to Steinlage.
Yeah, great defense by Driscoll there to disrupt that pass.
Roush will take it out of bounds right side. And they set a pick, nothing doing underneath, so they'll go back out on top to Steinlage near center court. And here's another reach-in foul. Again, they tried to throw it to Roberson at the top of the key in a reach-in foul by Deal, who reached in with the wrong hand to begin with and not ball side hand. And because of that, reached across Roberson, and that puts New Hampton into the bonus.
Yeah, Aiden Roberson's going to go to the free throw line here for a 1-and-1, but those fouls so far away from the basket, now putting them at the free throw line is not helping the Bulldogs.
1-and-1, free throw laid flat off the back of the rim. Steinlage tipped up the rebound for New Hampton, but it's picked up by Driscoll. Driscoll in the offensive end, top of the key to Blitz Benteen, steps into a three. It's off the side of the rim, off the right side. Steinlage, the rebound underneath, and there's a reach-in foul by MFL Mar Mac. Now it's a little chippy, and I love this. Steinlage and Blitz Benteen both ended up pulling away from each other, and Steinlage gets up, puts his hands on the chest. Good hustle, Powell. Powell tips him back, says good hustle there.
Yeah, one of those bro hugs. It's like, we know we're both playing hard. It's over now. You just kind of hug it out and let's go play hard again.
So another foul committed by MFL Mar Mac. So it is really slogged down here in this second quarter. And it is Steinlage to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Substitution as checking out of the ball game will be Keel. Number 14 comes in, Landon Meany, a 6'5" sophomore. Really, for MFL Mar Mac, their only size off the bench.
Yeah, some size off the bench for them. Try to match up inside, maybe try to get a mismatch.
Still a 1-and-1 for Steinlage. Free throw is good. So after missing the front end previously, Steinlage, who is a great free throw shooter, 43 for 49 on the season there. So again, you're talking there that he is above 85%. Second free throw on its way, leaves that one short. We jinxed him. Rebound pulled down there with 90 seconds to go by Hackett. Ahead of the pack to get it to Blitz Benteen. Jump stops the shot. Circles around every part of the rim. No good. Meany the rebound, and he's fouled on the floor as he tried to go up for the putback off the right side. It's been that kind of a shooting half because Blitz Benteen's ball circled the entire rim and just teased him a bit on the back of the rim and then rolled off.
Yeah, and this is going to be a two-shot foul, so Meany's going to get a pair here, but that ball just rolled around and crawled back out of it.
10th team foul committed by New Hampton. Free throw on its way by Meany. It is good, and we're knotted at 24. So with 1:26 to go here in our second quarter, again, the pace has slowed dramatically in the later part of this second quarter.
Which I think favors the Chickasaws 100%.
Second free throw on its way there, and that free throw is good. Meany makes one of two, but more importantly gives the Bulldogs back the lead. It mounts to Siri. Siri in the backcourt, left side to Steinlage. They beat the pressure. Siri goes left side to Gilbert in the deep left corner. Back out on top in the lane, Roberson spins right side, his move too strong, pushed it off the left side of the rim. Good straight up defense by Meany. Hackett ahead of the pack, left side to Blitz Benteen, back to Driscoll, who drives in the lane, finds a lane, lays it up off the glass off the right side. First time he's been able to get free going to the rim, and a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Backcourt area again, it is going to be Siri. Pushes it sideline in and out of the hands of Roush, right in front of the MFL Mar Mac bench in the offensive end. And New Hampton needs to settle down a bit, now down by 3.
And that's their 7th turnover this quarter, 14 for the game at this point.
And inbounds, it is again Driscoll. So we go inside, 50 seconds left here in our second quarter. Driscoll, backdoor, goes to Hackett. Hackett loses it on the right block, feeds Meany on the left block. His shot is up and in. Nice unselfish pass by Hackett along the baseline. Bulldogs on a 6-0 spurt, and they lead by 5.
Yeah, nice finish there by Meany. The big man going to work inside.
The left side in the offensive end, it is again Gilbert. Gilbert on top, right side, 30 seconds to go here and counting. They try to go to Steinlage, intercepted by Powell. Powell in uncontested, layup, flips it up and in. It is a 7-point lead now here. And can New Hampton get to the half here? In the offensive end, it is Siri. They're trying to weather a barrage of points here in the final minute. Left side to Siri, 10 seconds to go. Back on over top to Gilbert. Gilbert works it back to Roush. We're down to 5 seconds to go. Roush to Gilbert, guarded by Powell. Hands it right side to Steinlage, knocked out of bounds with 0.6 seconds to go as the Bulldogs dig in defensively.
Oh, their defense has gotten in their shorts, and they're not going to let a shot get off here. They want to go into the half with a bit of a lead.
With 0.6 seconds to go, Steinlage takes it out of bounds near side in front of the MFL Mar Mac bench. Roberson catches, turns, fires, 15-footer, aired it out, and the first half comes to an end. So MFL Mar Mac closes the half on an 8-0 run. They lead 31-24 as we go to the half. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
As a busy mom, I have challenges keeping my family on track, but appointments for healthcare visits are no longer one of them. Veterans Memorial Hospital has now opened a new clinic and walk-on, so complete care for my entire family is more accessible than ever, and providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours and our community. To learn more, go to veteransmemorialhospital.com.
Veterans Memorial.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Monona Veterinary Hospital, Exit Realty Driftless Group, Nathan Welch Excavating and Hydro Seeding, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Furniture Showcase in Olwine, and by RGK Portable Buildings. At the half, it is 31-24. MFL Mar Mac leads New Hampton. They outscored the Chickasaws 19-8 in the second quarter, closing the first half on an 8-0 run. So the defense got the offense going. Let's go to the totals. First off for the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs are led by Zach Driscoll. He's got 11 points in the first half. Parker Keel with 9. Landon Meany off the bench with 4. Wyatt Powell with 4. Hunter Meyer with 3. 31 points for the Bulldogs. They are shooting 37%, 2 of 7 behind the arc. More importantly, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 89%. Only 9 turnovers. Took care of the ball there in the second quarter.
All right, let's go to the totals now for New Hampton. A number of players involved.
Yeah, a lot of players scoring here. Loris leading the way with 7 points. Shackleton's got 5 points. Steinlange's got 3. Gilbert's got 3. Ewert's got 2. Roush has 2. Brinks has 2. They've got 24 points. They're shooting a better percentage, 48% overall. Also 2 for 7 from behind the arc. but only 2 of 5 from the free throw line. So that's the difference in your ball game right here is free throw shooting.
Yeah, MFL Mar Mac +6 at the free throw line, and they lead by 7. The other thing is MFL Mar Mac in the second quarter, they're holding New Hampton to 8 points, defensively really digging in, making it tough for New Hampton.
Yeah, just nothing was easy in that second quarter. And as I said, they've only gotten off 21 shots total, and MFL Mar Mac's gotten off 27. That's just the difference in defense.
All right, by the way, as we mentioned, North Fayette Valley leads Osage 22-21 at the half. We'll continue to keep you up to date on that ball game. And let's give you a state tournament wrestling update, by the way. In Class 1A, Carter Decker of MFL Mar Mac will be wrestling in the semifinals tomorrow at 1:45. Nick Cook of North Fayette Valley will be in the semifinals at 1:32. Those are our 2 local kids still in the winner's bracket there, so good luck to those guys in the semifinals tomorrow. Meanwhile, we have a number of wrestlers in the consolation quarterfinals in Class 1A. Eric Flores of Clayton Ridge, Dawson Bergen of Edco, Holden Mathis of MFL Mar Mac, Keaton Moeller of Starmont, and Avery Vasky of Starmont. Good luck to those kids tomorrow as well in the consolation quarterfinals. Meanwhile, at the half, it is again 31-24. MFL Mar Mac leads New Hampton. When we return, we'll talk about what's coming up in the boys tournament tomorrow night and second half action. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
At Al-McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Did you know light bulbs can reach 300 degrees Fahrenheit and are an often overlooked fire hazard? Overloaded outlets or faulty wires can also cause fires. Never run appliance or extension cords under rugs or furniture, as the cords can overheat and cause a fire. At Al-McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Al-McKee Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Alcator Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Alcator Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Tap, Superior Building Center in Monona, Chad Hochschild Logging, Allen Roofing and Construction, and Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, the Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back to Monona. Our girls tournament coverage continues tomorrow night on KCTN. We'll be at Maquoketa Valley. It is Edco and Maquoketa Valley. Game number 3 between the two. Edco won the early matchup, and it was Maquoketa Valley winning the last matchup. As a matter of fact, Edco has won 6 of 7. That only ball game they lost to Maquoketa Valley in that stretch. That's a great matchup tomorrow night at Mac Valley with Edco and Mac Valley.
Yeah, and, well, with Central now it's 7 of 8, and that matchup, they kind of ear tagged that one, said that one kind of got away from us, so they're looking forward to going back down there. I think it'll be a great atmosphere down there in Delhi. Both of those schools close. A lot of black and gold in the house tomorrow night.
Edco 11 and actually now 12 and 11 on the season after 2 tournament wins. Maquoketa Valley is a 16-win team. They are 16 and 9. So again, that'll be tomorrow night on KCTN FM 100. A Maquoketa Valley team that is certainly playing its best basketball of the year right now as well. The winner of that ball game will play next Wednesday night on the 22nd in a regional final, which would be the game for state. Meanwhile, second half here for MFL Mar Mac. You got the tempo going in the first half, especially the later part in the second quarter, and you did it with your defense.
I think that needs to start the second half, is that defensive pressure. Hopefully it leads to some runouts, maybe some open looks, put some more pressure on the Chickasaws. If you're New Hampton, you got to grind it out. You got to make it physical. You got to make it a half-court game.
For New Hampton, that run happened at the most inopportune time. You certainly want to stop MFL Mar Mac from going on one of those runs. A lot of coaches say it's 6 points, and then, boom, we automatically take a timeout. But time was running down in the quarter. They just tried to weather that final minute of the second quarter.
Yeah, about a minute 20, and those points came fast and furious, and New Hampton couldn't get to the halftime quick enough. So we'll see which team here regroups, what kind of changes they made at the halftime, and see what we start here with the second half.
It will be for the Bulldogs, Meyer, Blitz Benteen, Keel, Powell, and Driscoll. It is MFL Mar Mac's ball to start the second half. And for New Hampton, you have out there Gilbert, also out there for them as well as Lowers, and they also have out there Rausch, Steinlage, and also out there as well for them will be Shackleton. So, yep, there's the 5. So we start the second half. New Hampton has played man-to-man throughout, and cutting through there on the flex cut, it is Blitz Benteen, catches it on the right block, banks it up and in. Nice feed from on the top of the key.
And that's his first points of the night.
Backcourt area, Shackleton. Shackleton brings it left side. And going backdoor to Lowers. Lowers pulls up 8-foot shot off the back of the rim. Shot no good. Blitz Benteen knocked the rebound away. Underneath the basket off the right side. Stays down here with New Hampton. This is now a 9-point lead, and MFL Mar Mac starting to grab control.
Yeah, they're starting to feel what they want to feel and to get after this.
Inbounds, and Driscoll knocked away the pass in front of the New Hampton bench on the near side as New Hampton tried to kick it along the left sideline area from the inbound. So now they'll move on the near side to take it out of bounds with Shackleton. Shackleton and has to go to backcourt to get it there to Rausch. So again, nothing towards the basket. They'll bring it across the timeline with Rausch. Rausch, top of the key, feeds it back to Shackleton. Shackleton, right side, guarded by Blitz Benteen, tried to go on the baseline there to Ewert, and the ball is actually knocked away by Driscoll. So the Bulldogs, a whole lot more active defensively. There's an example.
Yeah, hands are moving, feet are active. They're getting after it right now, making every pass a difficult pass.
And right side, it will be Shackleton having to go to center court to get it inbounds, and they do get it on top to Ewert. So back left side, Ewert guarded by Keel. And a long possession here. Shot clock's at 15. Ewert kicks it left side. Gilbert, deep left corner for 3. Cupped in and out, no good. Rebound off the left side by Blitz Benteen. So New Hampton took him a bit to get into the offense. They come up empty. Keel back in the offensive end. Drives in, the ball picked out of there. It was Ewert dropping down defensively. Loose ball picked up there by Gilbert. Ewert drives in the lane. Left side, Lowers. Baseline, 8-foot jump shot. It is good. Nice decision there not to force the action. Chickasaw's first points of the second half back within 7.
Lowers having a great game. 9 points already. Averages about 5.5.
In the lane, here is Keel. Floats a little one-handed shot. Middle of the lane from 8 feet away. Pushed it long. It is no good. Rebound pulled down there. And as they outlet it to Shackleton, Driscoll tried to jump the passing lane, but made some contact, and he's called for the foul.
Yeah, Driscoll just being active, trying to get after it, maybe made a little contact there, but Bulldogs are going to put some full court pressure again, try to run and jump, try to get this steal in the backcourt.
This is what they did starting in the second quarter, picked up their pressure. Shackleton takes it inbounds and goes back there to Gilbert. Gilbert back over to Shackleton as they've got about 5 seconds, and they get it into the offensive end, left side deep in the corner to Ewert, who drives baseline, wraparound pass there to Gilbert, who tracks it down in the right corner. So they hang on to possession. Lowers on the right block, muscles, flips it over his right shoulder, somehow got it in, actually over his left. An awkward-looking shot, but found the touch. They're back within 5.
It fell. That was the important part.
Driscoll back over to Keel. Keel at the free throw line. New Hampton, by the way, switching on those picks as Keel has the ball finally knocked away, but it goes into the hands of Driscoll. Driscoll at the free throw line. Wraparound pass to Blitz Benteen. His shot blocked by Lowers. Rebound goes out of bounds, but it stays down here. Challenged inside, and nice recovery by New Hampton.
Yeah, nice finding where that shooter was at and contesting that shot, knocking that out of bounds. But great defense by the Chickasaws here in the half court forcing MFL Mar Mac to work hard in that offensive front.
Steinlage in there for New Hampton. Checking out is Roush. Meanwhile, Hackett has checked in for MFL Mar Mac. And checking on for them is once again Keel in the lane. Here's Blitz Benteen just rolled to the basket off the right side. Nice lead pass by Driscoll. Bulldogs go back up by 7. Back right side is New Hampton in the lane. That's Steinlage. Right block up and in. MFL Mar Mac didn't get back defensively, and Steinlage takes advantage of it. Back left side to Blitz Benteen. Blitz Benteen spins left side, guarded by Steinlage. On top to Driscoll. Wide open. Left side for 3 off the front of the rim. The shot's just been off tonight. They get it ahead of the pack, though. Here's a fast break opportunity. Reverse layup there by Shackleton. It was disrupted by Driscoll, and he leaves it short, trying to bring it to the right side. Driscoll, right side for 3. That one long from the right wing. And the rebound picked up by New Hampton in the corner. Back offensively, Lowers. Lowers, right block, feeds it to Gilbert. Gilbert baseline, has to go back out on top here, but instead tried to go baseline and the ball goes out of bounds. He was trying to hit Shackleton and made an errant pass along the baseline. The Chickasaws out of sorts turn it over.
Yeah, good recovery that time by the Bulldogs. Brock Hackett cutting off that baseline and forcing that action and just not able to get anything inside. So a stop for the Bulldogs.
Again, New Hampton has had no full court pressure tonight, but they've played very good half-court defense tonight. Driscoll across the timeline offensively for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes into our third. They lead by 5. Powell, left side to Blitz Benteen. Blitz Benteen on the left wing, on top to Driscoll. Driscoll off a pick. They switch again. Driscoll drives in the lane, reverses it left side to Hackett. Left side open for 3. It's a 2. Foot on the line. Give it to him. And it's 37-30. Nice kick out there on the wing.
Yeah, nice find there by Driscoll. The shot not falling. He finds the open man tonight.
Shackleton across the timeline in the offensive end. And there's a foul, and this is underneath, and this is on Powell. Powell and Steinlage. Steinlage there goes flying to the court, and Powell with a hip check. And up against the boards is where Steinlage ends up with the hockey move.
Yeah, just a hockey check there with the hips, and they help him up. You know, good sportsmanship on both ends.
Inbounds, Gilbert has it left side, baseline to Shackleton. Shackleton in the lane to Steinlage, puts it on the floor, in the middle of the lane, stops, takes the shot over Powell. Good straight-up defense. It is short. He aired it out. It goes underneath the basket and out of bounds. And the ball goes back to MFL Mar Mac. Again, Steinlage just couldn't muscle Powell out of the way there.
Yeah, good defense by Powell. Keeping his feet planted, you know, staying straight up, active hands, and Steinlage just trying to create space. There was nothing there.
We approach the halfway point of our third quarter. Bulldogs again lead here by 7. And across the timeline, it is Driscoll. Crossover dribble, hands it to, again, Blitz Benteen, who tried to throw it back to Driscoll in the corner, but he lost his footing and went sliding out of bounds. What's impressive about that is Driscoll still caught the ball sliding out of bounds on his back.
Yeah, I think feet got tangled. He just kind of went tumbling, but caught the pass clean as he was sliding.
And it's a turnover nonetheless. Inbounds, they get it to Lowers. New Hampton across the pressure. Lowers in the offensive end. Driscoll knocked it away from behind. Good job by MFL Mar Mac getting back defensively. At the end of the third quarter, in a game that is booking, Osage leads North Fayette Valley now 37-31 as they go to the fourth. So the Tiger Hawks led by 1 at the half, but now down by 6. Roberson back into the ballgame, and Steinlage, continuing to battle through illness, checks out. Back over to Roberson on the left wing. Back in the corner to Shackleton in the left corner. Halfway point now here. And stopping the dribble is Shackleton in a reach-in foul by Powell. Bulldogs have been better at that since the middle part of the second quarter. Not quite the reach-in fouls.
Yeah, the first quarter there was times where they just kind of bailed people out and would reach, but playing much better there, but just kind of got aggressive there a little too much with the hands.
Off the left side, they'll take it inbounds, and it will be Shackleton. Shackleton trying to go inbounds to Roberson, overshot him on an entry pass there that just had no chance. Blitz Benteen, wide open left side for 3, grazes the side of the rim. It is short, and the rebound by, again, Shackleton, but it's picked up by Powell after it's knocked away by Driscoll. Driscoll gets the favor from Powell, the assist, and the basket, and it's a 9-point lead. And here's a timeout by New Hampton. Bulldogs equal their biggest lead at 39-30. Let's take this timeout.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Canucco Floor Covering in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Market Street Buffet, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. So 3:42 to go in our third quarter. Bulldogs led by 7 at the half. They lead currently by 9. As again, New Hampton's been able to get back within 5, but not make a run against MFL Mar Mac here in the second half.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get over that hump. They've chipped away at it, but MFL Mar Mac turns up the defense, gets a couple turnovers, puts a little run together, and I think that's what Coach Roush was doing there, is stopping that run. Let's get our guys refocused, take the ball out here in the backcourt.
Checking out, Powell checking out for MFL Mar Mac, as coming into the game for them will be Meany back into the ballgame, his first appearance in the second half. Full court pressure, but again, inbounds to Lowers. Lowers brings it across the timeline offensively for New Hampton, down by 9. Right side, Roberson has it in the corner. Back out on top to Gilbert. Gilbert looks to go off a pick right side. Nothing doing there, and now Shackleton comes on over, gets the exchange, and Driscoll knocks it out of bounds in the stage area on the far side. So New Hampton will take it out on the sideline.
Yeah, MFL Mar Mac's making every pass, every handoff, the hardest pass that New Hampton's had to make, so they're getting aggressive.
Ewert on the inbounds, guarded by Hackett, drives in right side, trying to back his way down, takes a fadeaway 8-foot shot, leads it short, wedged it between the rim and backboard, and the rebound by Driscoll off the right side for the Bulldogs. Driscoll left side to Hackett. Hackett, left wing, stops the dribble, tried to go to Meany, and it actually goes off the foot of Roberson. He didn't kick it. The ball actually hit the top of his foot, and it's a turnover by MFL Mar Mac. Roberson, right side, stops the dribble. This is trouble now. He needs somebody to come help him out. Roberson tried to feed it, and he finally does get it to Shackleton, and Shackleton brings it left side. Baseline, Shackleton, nobody switches on the pick, and he scores the layup off the left side. Miscommunication for the Bulldogs. New Hampton back within 7.
Yeah, rare chance there with no defense picking him up.
And here's Driscoll, crossover dribble in the lane. Feeds it to Blitz Benteen. Jump stops from the left block. His shot muscled it up too strong. As again, not enough arch on it. Line drived it. Rebound by New Hampton.
And New Hampton a chance to get this within 5 again.
And now here's Driscoll tipping the ball away from, again, number 11 in Shackleton, and scores the layup. Steal on one end, layup at the other. Bulldogs lead by 9.
And just like that, New Hampton gets a stop and a basket, and then MFL Mar Mac does the same thing.
Gilbert to Shackleton. Shackleton brings it across the timeline, as again you'll see them trap in the half court. Gilbert back over left side, and they go baseline onto Lowers. Lowers, top of the key, Shackleton. Shackleton drives in again, swoops down, but misses the layup from the left side. Did a great job getting free, just did not finish. Blitz Benteen, right side to Keel. He's open, right side for 3 off the front of the rim. Shot no good. Rebound goes off the chest of Shackleton. Roberson, his teammate, knocked it off of him. And the ball goes back to MFL Mar Mac after it looked like the Chickasaws were going to get it. And MFL Mar Mac now wants a timeout. 1:54 left in the third. Bulldogs lead by 9. Let's take this timeout.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
MFL Mar Mac uses their first timeout, and if you've known Coach Detbarn and the years that he's coached, again, they like to keep those timeouts. There's ball games and they don't use a timeout sometimes, but again, it usually goes how the game goes, but he's pretty confident in what his team can do.
Well, and the Bulldogs playing really well right now, and I think maybe this was just a, hey, here's what we want to do in the inbounds. Let's get a bucket here. Let's get this to double figures and put New Hampton behind the 8 ball.
Inside, 2 minutes left in the third. Inbounds to Hackett at the top of the key. In the lane, Meany on the left block. His shot blocked by Lowers. As a matter of fact, volleyball spiked. They try to throw it ahead of the pack. Roberson does, and it's intercepted by MFL Mar Mac. Blitz Benteen, crossover dribble. Blocked again by Lowers. And the rebound picked up there by Ewert. He's run into at the free throw line. So the Bulldogs, again, driving in the lane, and there's help defense.
Yeah, great help defense there by Lowers, blocking both of those shots with authority and letting him know, this is my paint right now. You guys got to shoot it from the outside.
Roberson checks out Steinlage into the game for New Hampton. 90 seconds left in the quarter. Left side in the offensive end. It is again Gilbert. Gilbert has the ball knocked away by, again, Hackett on the double team. Back in the offensive end, Blitz Benteen. He drives in, swoops in the shot. Blocked by Lowers. No goaltending call, but getting the ball is Meany. Meany puts it up and in, and time taken as Lowers may have landed awkwardly on his ankle. Lowers blocked the shot, and the ball was actually on the backboard area. When he blocked the shot, Bulldogs wanted a goaltending.
They wanted a goaltending, and that very well could have been, but you hate to see a young man get hurt like this. Lowers not putting any pressure on that ball.
Yeah, and Lowers came down. He was the one that skied after blocking 2 shots the last couple of trips down. Went for another block there, and actually he got the block. He's credited for a block there, but MFL Mar Mac ends up getting the basket with Meany, and they now lead by 11.
Yeah, nice put back there by Meany, a second chance opportunity on the offensive rebound, and Coach Roush here talking to Lowers about what a great game he's had.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's going to have to go to the bench here, get some ice on that ankle.
Well, it is the left ankle, and you can see there he's just trying to put some pressure, and he is limping noticeably, being helped out by Coach Roush as they slowly make their way to the sideline. So you're talking about the defensive leader there, Cal Lowers, 6'3" junior. Averages 6 points a ball game, but he's been a major factor in this ball game tonight on both ends of the court.
Well, yeah, he's got 3 blocks here in the last about a minute and a half, and he's got 11 points to lead the Chickasaws tonight, so he's been their leader on both ends of the courts right now.
And as he continues to try to put a little more pressure on, walking very gingerly, making his way to the locker room area, it appears, for New Hampton. So they may go to the end of the bench, see if they can get him taped up, but he will be looked at with 1:22 to go in our third. Bulldogs now have their biggest lead of the night. And it will be, again, Steinlage inbounds to Gilbert. Full court pressure by MFL Mar Mac. That's what they've done since the second quarter. Gilbert stumbles, but able to pick them all up in the offensive end. Left side to Brinks. Just came back in for Lowers. On top with it there is Siri, who also came in. And then Siri fouled by Blitz Benteen. As MFL Mar Mac so active on defense, Blitz Benteen got a piece of the ball but made contact running into Siri.
Every time there's a ball loose or a missed dribble, there's a Bulldog diving after it, trying to knock that loose more, and there's another guy following him trying to pick up the loose ball.
Well, think about this. New Hampton scored 16 points in the first quarter. They have 16 in the last 15 minutes. Inbounds offensively again is Ewert. Ewert tried to go in the lane, and the ball knocked away by MFL Mar Mac off the right side. So New Hampton is struggling with this pressure.
Yeah, offensively, they've been struggling, but I think defensively has been keeping them in the ballgame.
Absolutely. Inbounds right side, Siri. Inbounds right side to Gilbert. Gilbert has it deep right corner. A minute to go in our third quarter. And back out on top to Siri. Siri left side on the wing. That is again Ewert left wing for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Shot is no good. Long rebound. Siri tracks it down into the corner. Deep 3 right corner. Hit the side of the backboard. Keel beats everybody to the basketball, but cannot control it as he got the rebound. Tried to bring it into the offensive end. Couldn't track it down at the MFL Mar Mac bench on the near side. Good hustle getting to the ball, but the ball goes back to the Chickasaws.
Yeah, those long rebounds, and Parker Keel's like, I just want to tip this out and give myself room to run it down, and ran out a little room.
Ewert takes it inbounds for New Hampton, pushes it near side to Steinlage in the offensive end. With 45 seconds left in the third, Ewert drives baseline, stops the dribble to Steinlage, and then a reach-in foul committed by Driscoll. So Steinlage got it on the wing, and MFL Mar Mac commits their 6th foul here of the half.
Well, and New Hampton playing great defense, doesn't have a foul yet in this half, so they've really kind of gotten hands off.
So they're going to be in the bonus. The final 8:41 of this ball game, New Hampton is, and they have to take advantage of it. Brinks knocked away by Driscoll. There's a reach-in foul, and that's a good call. Again, good defense initially, but that puts New Hampton into the bonus. Here is your gift to get back into the ball game.
Yeah, Brinks is going to go to the free throw line. It's a 1-and-1, but here's New Hampton's chance. We're going to go to the free throw line without the clock moving. We're going to have chances.
Steinlage checks out, as does Siri. Roberson comes back into the ball game. Brinks will be at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Also coming in is number 3, Evan Knowlton, a 5'9" senior. Free throw on its way by Brinks, and it's circled in and out, no good. Roberson tips out the rebound, and it's tracked down by Brinks. Back out on top, New Hampton keeps possession. Left side, that is Ewert. Drives baseline, loses the basketball, lost his footing, and they turn it over. Back in the offensive end, it is MFL Mar Mac. Right side to Keel. 17-footer, right side, up and in. On the base, towards the baseline on the right wing. 13-point lead. Powell knocks away the inbounds, tracks it down in front of the MFL Mar Mac bench. Pushed out of bounds by Gilbert. And Powell threw it off the back of Gilbert, saving possession, but the Bulldogs will take advantage of the foul.
Yeah, going to take advantage there of getting the steal, and good hustle by both of those guys, but just made a little contact, bumped into Powell. They're going to get the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Shackleton and Ewert checks out. 16 seconds to go in this third quarter. Powell takes it near side, inbounds to Blitz Benteen. They can hold for one if they want. Instead, they try to go to a double team in the lane. It's deflected out of there. Blitz Benteen picks it up at the free throw line, back to Powell. He drives in, double pump shot, no good, but foul on the drive in. So Powell, not quite as active tonight with those two fingers taped together on his right hand. Let's see how he reacts at the free throw line.
But, smart idea there, going to the left side, using that left hand and trying to finish with the left. A lot of contact in there, so that's why he's going to go to the free throw line.
Free throw, it is good. Show no pain there. It almost looks like that Powell has, I want to say, a penguin's hand in his right hand.
Yeah, he's got three fingers taped up there, so the pinky's free and the thumb's free, but the other three are all tied together.
So this is a free throw being eyed. Second one on its way. It is good. So it's a 15-point lead for MFL Mar Mac. Powell will check out with 7 seconds left here in our third quarter. And MFL Mar Mac now extending things. A run late in the second and a run here late in the third. Inbounds, they get it to Knowlton. Knowlton across the timeline here. 5 seconds to go on the offensive end, and travels as he tried to bring it in and take a half-court shot. Chickasaws turn it over. 2 seconds to go here in the third. Bulldogs will take it out at center court.
And you know that MFL Mar Mac's going to get a shot off here because they just have a way of getting these shots.
Well, they brought Powell in for this reason. He's going to take it out of bounds. And Deal checks out with 2 seconds to go. Let's see if they can get Meany. Instead, they go into Blitz Benteen. He brings it right side from the Bulldog logo. It's off the left from 30 feet away. And the third quarter comes to an end. But MFL Mar Mac extends. They lead 47-32 as we go to the fourth. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Monona Veterinary Hospital, Exit Realty Driftless Group, Nathan Welch Excavating and Hydro Seeding, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Furniture Showcase in Olwine, and by RGK Portable Buildings.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
We start the fourth quarter, and MFL Mar Mac forces a turnover. New Hampton at center court tried to get it into their backcourt. Keel beat everybody to the ball, missed a reverse layup. MFL Mar Mac got the rebound and a foul by New Hampton. Yeah. Powell, Meyer, Blitz Benteen, Hackett, and Keel out there for MFL Mar Mac. Checking out for New Hampton is Knowlton, so they will bring in Gilbert back into the ballgame. Shackleton, Roberson, Brinks also in there, as well as Ewert. On the inbounds, Meyer misses the shot from the left block. Rebound by Powell, but he dribbled it off his foot as he tried to bring it right sideline, and the turnover gives it to New Hampton. So 17 fouls by MFL Mar Mac, 3 by New Hampton, and the Bulldogs holding New Hampton to 8 points each of the last 2 quarters.
Yeah, the defense has really turned up.
Left side, here's Powell blocking the ball away as they try to put it Ewert into the offensive end and batted out of bounds by 2 hands with, again, Powell up in the air. By the way, Driscoll has 4 fouls. He starts this quarter on the bench for MFL Mar Mac. So offensively on top, it is Shackleton. Crossover dribble, drives in. Leaner in the lane. It is no good. The help defense by Meany disrupted the shot. Powell the rebound, then tries to throw it ahead to Blitz Benteen on the far sideline. Overshot him. Nothing there, and the Bulldogs give it right back.
Yeah, the Chickasaws, they're up to 24 turnovers. Put 2 more in this quarter, 26 turnovers. So kudos to the Bulldog defense.
Inbounds to Shackleton. Shooting in the third quarter quickly.
The Bulldogs were 7 of 18. The Chickasaws were 4 of 12.
Back out on top, Shackleton. 15-point lead for MFL Mar Mac as we approach the 7-minute mark in our fourth quarter. Shackleton in the lane, spins, post-up move, no good, but fouled hard by Keel. Shackleton able to use his size and muscled up Keel down low, and that's the best Keel could do. Just try to block the shot, committed the foul, did not get the shot attempt up, and it will be 2 to the free throw line for Shackleton.
And it's one of those fouls where I think Parker Keel knew that Shackleton had great position, was going to able to finish, so I got to make sure I make enough contact, make him earn him at the free throw line.
Steinlage and Roush check back in for New Hampton. Roberson and Brinks check out. By the way, New Hampton, they may have the best mullet look of any team we have seen this season. A number of players have the hair that just flows.
It does.
And that's from us, the Follically Challenge. Second free throw, no good. 1 of 2. 47-33. MFL Mar Mac in the lead as they outscored New Hampton 16-8 in that third quarter after outscoring them 19-8 in the second. Powell drives baseline, cut off, back out on top. Blitz Benteen, travel, move the feet before moving to basketball, drives in, and then basically is hammered by Steinlage on the drive in. Steinlage went up to block the shot, and Steinlage will come over there and blitz Benteen, and they'll make sure they're okay. You know, they had a hotly contested football game this fall.
They did, and I think both of these guys are just competitors. Steinlage and Blitz Benteen, they have motors on them. They just go, 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 and I think it's just the competitiveness in them. There is no ill will in any of these fouls.
A final score from Osage. Osage defeats North Fayette Valley 50-37. So North Fayette Valley sees their season come to an end. Falling down is Gilbert. Tried to save it on top, but it's picked up there at center court by, again, Hackett. Left side to Blitz Benteen. He drives in, and as he drove in, he was fouled on the floor. Nudged from behind there by Roush. So that is now the 4th foul committed by New Hampton.
And New Hampton's got to be looking at this deficit going, we have to chip into this, we have to get stops, and we have to get buckets on the other end.
And at the left side, they'll run a stack, but instead of from the free throw line running that 4 wide, they try to go inbounds, and here's a foul on Blitz Benteen. So he tried to muscle his way through the right block in front of Steinlage, and he's called for the foul. They're trying to clear out space.
Yeah, they're going to call that player control. Otherwise, we're walking to the other end.
9th team foul by MFL Mar Mac. So the next foul, New Hampton will be shooting 2. Backcourt area, it is again Ewert. Brings it in the offensive end. Right side to Roush. Roush back over to Steinlage. Steinlage trying to drive in, cut off. Goes baseline area now, and they'll work it back out on top of Shackleton. Shackleton, and now we've got a foul, and this is going the other way, and here's the call on the other end. This is Steinlage trying to box out on the left block, and he's called for the foul that he just received back on the other end.
Yeah, like I said, they're competitors. They're working hard in there. They're getting after it and just getting a little physical, grabbing with that arm, trying to clear space.
Blitz Benteen checks out, and Driscoll comes back into the ball game. So the Bulldogs here are able to at least hold serve and extend things a little bit with Driscoll on the bench. Driscoll brings it across the timeline here offensively. Bulldogs right now being held 30 points below their average. Driscoll drives in, and as he drives in, he's fouled. And the drive on the floor on the drive in. And the foul committed there by number 10, and Adam Ewert on the drive in.
And I think that was on the back side of this, and Driscoll kind of gave himself up because the wraparound pass was to Meyer.
And that will allow Ewert to check out. Into the game is, again, number 1 in Siri. But on the inbounds, Keel rolls to the basket. They flip it to him, and he just lays it up and in from the left side. Bulldogs lead by 16 at the 6-minute mark. Back offensively, right side. Driving in is, again, Shackleton loses the basketball, but they're going to call a kick there. The ball was not dribbled. They said it was kicked.
Yeah,
it was not dribbled off the foot. There's a difference there.
Yeah, kicked there by Powell. Kind of went off the bottom of his foot and kind of dribbled it with his foot. So they're going to give this back to the Chickasaws.
And they'll take it off the left side. Can New Hampton get the offense going? Inbound Shackleton muscles his way from the right block, but leaves the shot short. He bumped into Meyer, and Meyer didn't give ground. Ahead of the pack, Driscoll. He drives in, little leaner, no good. Meyer the rebound, saves it, right side for Driscoll for 3. It's off the back of the rim, and then pushing off, trying to get the rebound off the weak side was Hackett. So this has become a foul fest here in the second half. And they're going to put him at the – it's not on Hackett.
No, they're calling this on Gilbert. They're going to say he was the one that was pushing Hackett out of there. Hackett's going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Gilbert was on the inside, and it appeared – and Hackett, I think, first believed he had committed the foul. And he'll go to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus.
Yep, Hackett here going to go for a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. He's got 2 points tonight, averages about 5.5 coming off the bench for the Bulldogs.
And you see now Driscoll checks out. Blitz Benteen back into the ball game for MFL Mar Mac. Still 5:48 to go. We've got a ways to go, and both teams shooting free throws. Hackett, free throw on its way there. It's off the back of the rim. Missed it to the left side. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Meyer, and it goes to New Hampton. Now, Meyer disagrees with the call, but I'm going to guarantee you, even if it was off New Hampton, just how that went, it's
probably going the other way.
It's the easiest call to make. Go the other way. There's two guys from one team fighting with one guy from the other. Inbounds, Shackleton gets it inbounds to Ewart, who just quickly came back into the ball game for New Hampton. And here's an offensive foul, and this is on Steinlage. And I got to be honest with you, this is a good call. He set a screen, and he threw the shoulder.
Yeah, he was set, which was great. And then as the contact came, he kind of leaned into that with his shoulders to make sure he didn't fall down, and he was trying to send a message there.
So now that is the 8th foul, but again, we're not shooting. It's an offensive foul, but we had the best look at that from up here. And, yeah, he moved the shoulder.
Yeah, he leaned those shoulders in. I think that was a good call by this officiating crew, who's been doing a great job all night long.
And across the timeline as Powell looks over to Coach Detbar, and what should we run here in the offensive end? So 16-point lead. Powell wants to go one-on-one and fouled on the way in. I'll tell you what, every trip down the court, somebody's grabbing, somebody's clutching, and this has become a street fight here this second half.
It is. It's very physical. You know, both teams getting after it defensively. This is postseason. They know they lose, they're done, so they're trying to get after it.
And it will be Powell to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Driscoll in, and this is offensive-defensive switch. It's still 16 as far as MFL Mar Mac in the lead here. And again, they started this quarter with a 15-point lead. Free throw, it is no good. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Steinlage the rebound. Back into the offensive end. They hand it on top to Shackleton. Shackleton wants to drive left side, try to extend the arm. Keel knocked it away, picked his pocket. Here's the offensive end as MFL Mar Mac. Blitz Benteen leans in, the shot over Steinlage. It is up and in. Strength there by Blitz Benteen. Steinlage was straight up. 18-point lead for the Bulldogs. Back over right side here, driving in is Ewart. Stumbles, loses his footing, and a reach-in foul on Powell driving in. So Ewart slid down there and landed, I believe, there. May have kind of pulled a muscle. He's not holding the back area where maybe you land in your tailbone, but I think what happened is the way he slid down to the court, he is shaken up there.
I wonder if he stretched something. And he's got that brace on his left knee and kind of holding that quad, so not sure if that's the side that he hurt.
And as he walks off, he's able to get a little stronger, and they're going to take him out of the ball game there, but he's going to walk to the end of the bench, and it looks to me like he's just going to get straightened out there and come back in. So at some point, can we stop grabbing and holding?
Yeah, let's play defense with their feet, keep our hands off, and, get after it just with your feet.
MFL Mar Mac wants a timeout. They're in the lead, 51-33. 5 minutes to go. Let's take this break.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Gothenburg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
51-33, MFL Mar Mac in the lead. In the Bulldogs' lone loss this year, Decorah was physical with them. And, in their grill, full court, which MFL Mar Mac lost. And that's probably the way to play them. You've got to be physical with them. And I will say this tonight. MFL Mar Mac has certainly matched the physicality of this game.
They have. And, in that first quarter, they were trying to face guard Driscoll because Decorah did that as well to try to take him out of the scenario.
Free throw by Gilbert. It is off the left. It is no good. So the Bulldogs leading by 18, and this is a case now of just control the game here. Don't put New Hampton on the free throw line.
Stop putting them at the free throw line. They're shooting 2. They haven't shot it real well tonight, but you don't want to let them get hot and cut away at this lead.
And to the free throw, Gilbert, second one on its way there, and that free throw is good, 1 of 2, and it's 51-34. Now New Hampton will full court press MFL Mar Mac, and this is where it's nice to have guards, and here's another foul. We ran off all of 6 seconds, and at the free throw line is Driscoll for 2, and the foul committed there by Roush. I don't think that's the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not the young man you want to put at the free throw line. He's their leading scorer, leader in a lot of statistical categories, and he shoots the ball pretty smooth.
Yeah, 70 from the free throw line this year, 82%, 52 of 63, and this is 2 here. Free throw on its way, it is good. So if you're MFL Mar Mac, quit fouling here. Don't give New Hampton any chances. Play good half-court defense, and you're on your way to the district final.
Yeah, and finish this with some class here. I'd like to see both teams clean up the pushing, shoving, grabbing a little bit, play some clean defense.
Siri checks out. Back into the game is Roush. Second free throw by Driscoll. It is good. And again, Driscoll is getting tired, but he's coming in and out of this ball game so much in this fourth quarter. Offensive, defensive switches.
Yeah, exactly. Hunter Meyer checking back in here.
Inbound, Steinlage gets it inbounds to Shackleton. Shackleton brings it into the offensive end, has it left side, matched up by Blitz Bentin, and that's good defense there. Move the feet in the lane to Steinlage now. Steinlage puts it on the floor, body by the lower half by Meyer, and again, that's a good call. I mean, the lower half was leaning into him. And at the free throw line is New Hampton, and the basket brawl continues.
Well, and we talked about Carter Steinlage fighting back from some illnesses, but a great free throw shooter here. Not the guy that you want to put on the free throw line if you're the Bulldogs.
Free throw on its way there, and it is good. So Steinlage, again, just really kind of working his way back later part of the season. Meyer will check out. Driscoll comes back in. And the funny thing is I don't believe that any player has thought they've committed a foul tonight. Just by the reactions.
Nobody's had any fouls.
Yeah.
Nope.
Free throw there, rattled around, it is good. Steinlage makes them both. A sub at the scorer's table in Siri. So New Hampton is going to pick them up, and this is a good decision for New Hampton. You've got to try something. You're down by 17.
Yeah, a little full court pressure here. They tried it last time, and that's when they committed the foul on Driscoll.
Powell back over to Blitz Bentin. They go to Driscoll, who flips it right back to Blitz Bentin. Again, they beat the pressure. Driscoll, left side, actually Hackett, left side for 3. Shot no good. Killed the rebound, and he's just hammered on the way in. Siri reached in as Parker Keel got the offensive rebound. And back to the free throw line we go as the shoot-a-thon continues.
We are going to be the late show tonight, Dan. We already got one final score. This is going to take a long time for these last 4.5 minutes.
Well, the last 30 seconds have taken here about 5 minutes. Free throw, it is good by Keel. And substitution as Knowlton checks in. Knowlton actually checks out along with Reed, and now you're talking about you're making switches because you're concerned about fouls.
Yeah, offense, defensive switches for both teams going on right now.
And an 18-point lead for MFL Mar Mac. Second free throw on its way there by Keel makes them both. 19-point lead for MFL Mar Mac. Backcourt area, Siri brings it across the timeline in the offensive end for New Hampton. 4.5 left here in an eternity of a fourth quarter. Back over to Shackleton. Shackleton, left side, spins, cut off, takes a fadeaway shot over the stretched arms there of Hackett. Leaves it off the front of the rim, no good. Blitz Bentin got the rebound. We made it down the court and back without a foul on either end.
Yeah, and it's been like 20 seconds of time has gone off, so that's been amazing.
And now this is what MFL Mar Mac will do, try to spread out New Hampton. And there's a foul, and again, this is an easy call. He put 2 hands on him. I don't even think he can do that in the NBA anymore.
No, he just put both hands out, try to slow down Powell, which I guess is a great strategy because Powell has such good quickness, but put both hands right on him. He's going to the free throw line, shoot a couple of free throws.
And with 4:07 to go here in our fourth quarter, free throw, it's off the back of the rim, it is no good. Something to keep an eye, though, for MFL Mar Mac is Powell with that right hand. That is going to be an issue, and it shows the toughness playing through that, but it's going to affect his shot.
It's going to throw his shot off a little bit. We've seen being able to dribble to the right aggressively has been a difficult thing, and no matter who they play in that next round, if we ever get there, they're going to know this, and they're going to take advantage.
Second free throw good. Bulldogs lead by 20 as we approach 4 minutes to go. That's all MFL Mar Mac has to do here. Hit 1 of 2 free throws every trip down the court. Shackleton in the lane to Steinlage, and he's bumped by Meyer. Should have been a foul. It wasn't called. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down there by MFL Mar Mac, and it is taken there by, once again, Powell. And our officials and there's another touch foul. And again, this is a good call. Hands are on him. I mean, that's a foul. And to the free throw line, it's Blitz Bentin. He'll go for 2. And I think Coach Roush has a good point here because probably a body call on the other end.
Yeah, I think Steinlage kind of got knocked off of his feet when he went to jump and didn't have a chance to land, but we're calling touch fouls on the other end, which are fouls.
Free throw good, 57-36. I got a feeling the MFL Mar Mac Beckman game, or if it's Denver, either way, will be a different game Tuesday night. I don't see that being a physical type ball game.
That might be a track meet no matter which team shows
Free
up.
throw on its way. It is good. Both made, and it's now a 22-point lead for MFL Mar Mac. Left side, they beat the pressure. They throw the alley-oop and to Shackleton, and the ball was actually an errant pass. So Roush has it back in the offensive end. Right side, Siri. Siri, right side to Roush. He's going to take a three. 22 feet away. Got it from the right wing. And a timeout taken by New Hampton. But it's 58-39. Bulldogs in the lead. 19-point lead. Let's take this timeout. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Winter high school sports season has begun. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates in Monona encourage you to support your local high school basketball and wrestling teams. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona, 539-4651, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Welcome back here to Monona. Still 3.5 to go. 58-39, MFL Mar Mac in the lead. New Hampton still has a timeout. MFL Mar Mac still has 3 timeouts. And the Bulldogs just trying to finish this ball game out here.
Yeah, just get the ball in bounds, weather the storm here, hit your free throws if they follow you.
Driscoll beats the pressure, uncontested, drives in the layup. It is up, it is in. Foul, count the basket. And again, once he got by, why challenge? Driscoll with an and one.
Well, and there was 3 Chickasaws on the way that kind of threw an arm out, tried to tip the ball, but not actually moving their feet. Then the last guy decides, well, I'm going to hit him hard as he goes up for the layup, makes the basket, gets the free throw chance.
And at the free throw line is Driscoll. The three-point play, it is good. MFL Mar Mac tonight, not their A game offensively, but you've got to give props to what they've done defensively tonight.
Defensively, they've been superb, and shooting free throws, they've been outstanding as well.
Shackleton drives in, nice crossover dribble, lays it up and in. Clock continues to move. Meyer to Keel. Keel actually has to inbounds it, goes to Driscoll, and then he's fouled. And again, at this point, I don't know what you're accomplishing because Driscoll is a great free throw shooter, not the guy you want to put on the line.
Well, and I know that he's handling the ball, and that's who they're trying to get it to, but we're bumping him and making contact a long ways from the basket. Make him give it up, give it to somebody else, and give someone else a chance to try to miss
and that's the thing. MFL Mar Mac, a good free throw shooting team, as Driscoll put it on the board, but make somebody else. If you're going to foul them, if that's your strategy here for the final 3:10 to play this out on the line, get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, foul somebody else, put 2 on him, make somebody else take the ball.
And Driscoll making a living at the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw, it is good, and they lead 63-41, and now MFL Mar Mac wants a timeout. Still a ways to go. We're the late show tonight. Bulldogs on their way. Let's take this break.
Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa theme and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beer. Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more because Sode's Greenacre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
MFL Mar Mac taking a timeout, and again, I think this is talking to your defense here.
Yeah, don't put him at the foul line. Play good defense with your feet. Last time down, Steinlage got his shoulders by. They let him go, let the layup happen. Don't put him at the free throw line.
Inbounds, Shackleton brings it across the timeline offensively, and MFL Mar Mac probably out of the trapping part of them defensively. And here's an offensive foul, and this is a good call. Roush lowered the shoulder, trying to go off a screen, and he did. He raised the right shoulder. Yeah. It's an easy call.
And he almost had one the first one. He set a screen the first time and kind of rolled right into the person, but this time he just lowered that shoulder and initiated contact.
Substitution, Roush will check out, and into the ball game is Brady Speltz, a 6'1 senior. Again, this is the one nice thing about New Hampton's depth is fouls are not a concern.
Yeah.
Driscoll beats the pressure, and he's fouled and then tripped on the drive in. And the foul committed there by Ewert. So at some point, somebody's got to settle some things down here.
Yeah, at some point, the fouling has to end on both ends of the court, so maybe this game can finish out because, in all honesty, 3 minutes to play, it's a big road to try to climb right now.
Free throw by Driscoll. Yes, you guessed it. It is good. What is Driscoll from the free throw line right now, just in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 6 in the fourth quarter.
So it seems like he's been there a few more times. Now make it 7 for 7. So it's 65-41. Substitutions for New Hampton as Shackleton will check out, as will Ewert. Into the game, number 23, that is Carson Lystyko into the ball game, a 6'2 senior. Number 4 comes in there in Carter Newbro. So they've played
not quite the whole bench yet.
But I think that's 13 now.
And they've got some subs in there, and I think Coach Detbarn realizes we need to get some subs in there, and I think we're going to clear some benches.
Stay healthy for the next game. Knowlton backs his way down, takes a little one-step shot there off the left foot, missed it, fade away, rebound by Driscoll. 2.5, Driscoll, nice feed to Blitz Benteen, scores the layup from the left side, hit in stride. Bulldogs going away here by 26 points with 2.5 to go.
And that was a nice bounce pass thrown from half court. And here's a steal by Driscoll. He's going to take that to the rack.
Driscoll drives in, and guess what? They fouled him, and it's an intentional foul. It is good. And it's a three-point opportunity, and the Bulldogs will get the ball. Well, we've been waiting for this. Knowlton reached over top that time and really didn't stop Driscoll at all from trying to go for the layup there, and they call an intentional foul as our officials trying to rein this game back in.
Yeah, they're just trying to, he was trying to, foul him, but just wanted to body him and not really going for the ball. So Driscoll, nice finish at the rim, gets the basket here. He's going to get the bonus free throw on the intentional foul, and they'll get the ball back.
And this will be here a chance to put MFL Mar Mac up by 29. Our officials are having a lengthy conversation. So after the ball, it will be MFL Mar Mac's ball off the left side. So Driscoll gets the free throw to finish the three-point play. Driscoll, who was so quiet offensively tonight, still had 11 in the first half, but really had to work for them. He hasn't shot well from the field, but he's piling up the points tonight.
Yeah, he didn't shoot well at all from the field, but from the free throw line, he's been outstanding.
All right.
Because of the intentional foul, he's going to shoot two.
Yeah, so they give the intentional foul and say the basket was good. Second free throw being eyed there by Driscoll, and he is perfect again. 30-point lead, and I got to be honest with you, the best thing that could happen, but it's not going to happen, is to get to a moving clock.
It's not going to get there, but we've got some subs on the court here for both teams, and MFL Mar Mac's going to take the ball out of bounds under their own hoop.
The starters check out for MFL Mar Mac to a nice round of applause. Into the game is Carter Lightfoot, Meany into the ball game, Cade McElwain in there, also in there as well as they get to Meany on the left block, misses the post-up shot there. Rebound picked up there by Lystyko. Ahead, tried to go on the offensive end to Speltz, overshot, tried to come back from out of bounds, inbounds, and that is a violation. All right, so let's reset who's out there. Cade McElwain is out there, Meany, as well as Carter Lightfoot. You have number 4, Ethan Goltz out there, as well as number 5 in Bryce Deal. Here's Meany, spins to the basket on the right side, and it's 73-41 with 2 minutes left in the fourth. Across the timeline, it is New Hampton. It appears that New Hampton's called things off here as well. In the lane, they try to go to one of the seniors. Speltz, 8-foot jump shot, rattled around, got it to stay down. And it's 73-43. So the Bulldogs have only given up 27 points the last 3 quarters of this game. Lightfoot, right side there to, again, a Deal. And now we've got a travel violation on Deal. Another substitution, Meany checks out. He's giving them a positive off the bench tonight. Number 20, Jaron Willie. A 5'4" sophomore. Actually, Jaron is a little taller than that. He's 5'11". He'll check in. Number 22, Jacob McDonald into the ball game. He is a 6'4" freshman.
And I think New Hampton has emptied their bench. Everybody's played tonight for them.
And they have played 15 guys. Backcourt, McDonald loses it. Picked up at center court by Willie. And Willie across the timeline in the offensive end feeds it back to Goltz. 90 seconds and counting in our fourth quarter. And they'll work it with Willie. Willie in the lane to Deal. Fouled from behind. And again, this is Lystyko with the reach-in foul from behind. So New Hampton playing, well, let's see. They have a total of 10 guys on their bench. So if my math is right, and you're a math teacher.
15 guys. All 15 have played tonight.
And again, they regularly play 12 without any problem. And it's great to have that kind of depth. Free throw by Deal, it is no good. But you start talking about the seniors for New Hampton, and they have a number of seniors on their roster. As a matter of fact, they have 7 seniors. Free throw being eyed there by Deal. It is good. 74-43 with 1:21 to go here in our fourth quarter. Again, you expect a cleaner ball game on Tuesday night. Back over left side, they hand it there to, once again, number 22 and Ryan Willitson. Lestico, wraparound pass, loses it in the lane, picked up in the middle of the lane there by Speltz, who scores the basket from the right side. Inside a minute to go. This has been our best flow of the second half.
I think we're going to make it, Dan. We're going to get to the end of this.
Lightfoot has it on top. Brings it right side. Willie in the lane to Deal. Deal, wraparound pass to McElwain. Deep left side, foot on the line. 19-footer, no good. Deal gets the rebound. Back out on top to Goltz. 45 seconds left here. Goes in the lane to McElwain. His little shot, middle of the lane from 8 feet away. Double pump shot, no good. McDonald gets the rebound there for New Hampton. And we're down to 30 seconds left in our fourth quarter. A physical ball game. Our official's going to take time out here as I believe we just have some subs coming in. Brinks will be coming back into the ball game. Checking out is Lestico, and this is, again, Coach Roush able to thank another one of his seniors, and the coaching staff does that.
Yeah, a chance for him to say something to his seniors and get him out of the game as he plays his last game.
And in the backcourt, so they get it inbounds to number 13, Caden Rochford. He's a 5'11" freshman into the ball game. I believe we got everybody accounted for so far. Takes a little leaner, shot no good. Brinks the rebound, shot from the left side, up and in. Banks it off the glass. 20 seconds to go. MFL Mar Mac can walk it into the offensive end and move on to the district final. It was a physical ball game tonight, but the Bulldogs and New Hampton, both these teams certainly matching the physicality, and MFL Mar Mac will dribble out the clock for the Bulldogs. They were down by 4 at the end of 1, but they hold New Hampton in single digits every quarter the rest of the way. And MFL Mar Mac into the district final on Tuesday night. The Bulldogs improved to 22-1, defeating New Hampton by a final score of 74-47. And the Chickasaws close the season 9-14. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews. Your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
With American Family Insurance, you've got the ultimate road trip companion. Our travel peace of mind package is there to help when things don't go as planned. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, I'll help you prepare for bumps in the road while you pack your bags. Just ask me how.
Contact Julie Depke, agent, at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Allen Real Estate Company with offices in Monona, Strawberry Point, and Guttenberg. Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency, Monona. Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life. Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop. Harvest wisely. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. And LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville.
Welcome back to Monona. MFL Mar Mac victorious by a final score of 74-47. Bulldogs trail by 1 at the end of 4 at 16-12, but they outscored New Hampton 19-8 in the second quarter, including an 8-0 run to close the quarter. They led by 7. And the lead would only get as close as 5, but then MFL Mar Mac just pulling away, hitting free throws galore in the fourth quarter. And they win by a final score of 74-47. We're joined by Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals, starting with MFL Mar Mac.
MFL Mar Mac was led tonight by Zach Driscoll. He has 28 points. Parker Keel with 15 points. Carver Blitzbentine with 10 points. Landon Meany off the bench with 8 points. Wyatt Powell with 7 points. Hunter Meyer with 3 points. Brock Hackett with 2 points. Bryce Deal with a point, 74 points for the Bulldogs. They shot 39%, only 2 of 14 behind the arc. They were 26 of 31 from the free throw line, 84%.
Yeah, so again, they are a very good free throw shooting team. The tops in the Upper Iowa Conference at 72% on the season, and they had the right guys at the free throw line tonight. Totals for New Hampton.
New Hampton was led tonight by Cale Lowers, who's being helped off the court here. He had a rough end of his night with 11 points. Gannon Shackleton with 10 points, 7 points for Carter Steinlage, 4 points for Ben Gilbert, 2 points for Adam Ewert. We had 5 points for Reed Roush, 4 points for Nick Brinks, and 4 points for Brady Speltz. 47 points tonight for the Chickasaws. They shot 47% tonight, so shot a good percentage, 3-11 behind the arc, 6 of 12 from the free throw line. 32 turnovers for the Chickasaws.
A quick break. When we return, we'll be joined by MFL Mar Mac basketball coach Eric Detbarn, where our postgame show continues after this.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Lowena Tap, Superior Building Center in Monona, Chad Hochschild Logging, Allen Roofing and Construction in Wausau Homes, your one-stop shop for all your construction needs, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, the Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com.
Welcome back once again to Monona. Post-game show continues. We're joined by MFL Mar Mac boys basketball coach Eric Detbarn. Coach, it seemed like, again, first quarter, down by 4, but defensively, man, you guys picked up the intensity.
Yeah, I thought we did, and we kind of figured coming in the ball game we needed to play well defensively, and I didn't think we were real good in the first quarter. We didn't do a very good job of, denying passes and things like that, and I thought we did a much better job, especially the last 3 to 4 minutes of the second quarter where we took that 5-point lead going into halftime.
Yeah, actually, I think there was an 8-0 run that gave you guys the lead there in the second quarter. And then it's the start of the ball game. I think Parker Keel, that was the big key. We talk about how this team has more than just one score, but he got you off to that good start offensively.
He got us going a little bit. He hit, I think he hit, 2 threes and then hit a 2 for us, and he got us going offensively. And, a couple of my other kids, they struggled tonight offensively, but we were still able to come away with a victory.
Yeah, 15 points for Parker Keel. Zach Driscoll, it's just funny because you talk about, just didn't have a great shooting game. 28 points tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'm in shock that he had that many points. I can't believe he had 28 points tonight because he really did struggle offensively tonight, putting the ball in the hole, but he found ways to score. I mean, 10 of those are probably from the free throw line.
As a matter of fact, I think he scored 13 in that quarter, 9 of them from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. So, and he was 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Were you surprised at how physical this game was?
No, because we're kind of a physical team, and I know they're kind of a physical team, and, there's, and you're going to have that. So, and, I'm just happy that we're able to play a game like that because in years past, we go up against a team like this, we don't match their physicality. Here now we can match people's physicality, and I think that helps us a lot.
And I think that's the big difference here because defensively, obviously, they wanted to get, basically get in you defensively there. And you guys, defensively, after that first quarter, they scored 31 points basically the last 3 quarters.
Yeah, and I thought we did a good job of, not letting them get to the rim and then taking care of the glass.
Yeah, Carver blitzed Benteen, was in double figures, had a bunch of rebounds for you as well. Some good help defense. Wyatt Powell with 7 points and going to have to play through something now.
Yeah, he's going to have to play. He's got a broken finger on his shooting hand. He's going to have to play through that. But he still is able to give us defense ball handling, and he can score a little bit too. Still.
Yeah, and looked good at the free throw line. Langdon Meaning off the bench with 8 points. Let's talk about that.
It was huge. I mean, what he did for us there at the end of the second quarter, I think that was the reason we went in with maybe, was it a 7-point lead at halftime?
I think it was 31-24, yes.
Yeah, a 7-point lead at halftime, and I think he had 4 of those 7. So he gave us some really good minutes there, and we really needed him. We needed a shot in the arm, and he gave it to us.
All right, so now you go to the district final. The good news is, looks like you get a game to go watch tomorrow night, maybe.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to go down.
You know anything about either of those teams?
A little bit. I try to concentrate on the people that are in front of us, and then I try not to look too far ahead, but I have watched a little Dyersville Beckman. I haven't watched much Denver yet, but I'll get to see him in person tomorrow night, so that's kind of a good thing.
All right, for your team, what do you want to see there Tuesday night? What does the improvement need to be from this ball game?
Well, I think we just need to relax and settle down. I think, we got behind a little bit. It looked like we panicked a little bit. We tried to rush things a little bit. We just need to settle down, play our game, and I think we'll be all right.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you before Tuesday night's ball game. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
MFL Mar Mac basketball coach Eric Detbarn talking things over about his Bulldog team. Post-game show continues. Still hoping to talk with New Hampton's head basketball coach when the post-game show continues after this.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader in West Union is offering a fresh perspective until March 31st. Patients can receive $100 off a complete pair of glasses with the purchase of premium lenses. Contact your local Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader, 563-245-2304, or West Union, 563-422-6085 for more details, and some exclusions may apply. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader in West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the court this season.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans, we have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Winter high school sports season has begun. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates in Monona encourage you to support your local high school basketball and wrestling teams. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona, 539-4651, where health-changing smiles are created.
Bulldog Tournament Basketball is brought to you in part by Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Canucco Floor Covering in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Market Street Buffet, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com.
Welcome back to Monona. Start to wrap up our post-game show. Still, again, I don't think we're going to be able to talk to New Hampton boys basketball coach Ryan Roush. They continue to be in their locker room, and part of that is, obviously, it took them a little bit of time, but one of their leading scorers in tonight's ball game, Cale Lowers, again, had to be helped to the locker room with an injured left ankle. And then, obviously, he has got a huge group of seniors that he's saying goodbye to in his locker room as well as they continue to talk.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guys to, shake hands and hug and talk about how, they've helped their program. And I'm sure he was say the same thing here if we had a chance to talk to him. So we're going to give him his time, and I don't know if we'll get a chance to talk to him.
So they close with a record of 9-14 on the season. And again, both teams were physical in this ball game tonight there. And we mentioned that there was a good football matchup, a tight football matchup last fall. A lot of the same kids involved, so you expect a physical ball game tonight. And our officials are right on top of things in this ball game tonight. And for New Hampton, that's the way to play MFL Mar Mac. For MFL Mar Mac, how about the way you responded there?
Well, they responded both on the court, with the physicality, but then when they went to the free throw line, they knocked down their free throws. New Hampton just didn't get to the free throw line enough. They were 6 of 12 tonight, whereas, MFL Mar Mac made more than they even attempted. So a great job by the Bulldogs tonight. You win, you move on, put this behind. I think you're right. The next round, whoever that is not going to be that type of ball game.
MFL Mar Mac Tuesday night plays the winner of Denver and Beckman. Those two teams play tomorrow night at Dyersville in a district final. We'll be there Tuesday night. Our next broadcast tomorrow night in Delhi, it is Maquoketa Valley and Edco. Chalk Talk at 6:30. Game time is at 7 o'clock. And then Tuesday night, boys tournament action with MFL Mar Mac wherever they play.
Yeah, we're not sure where
Tuesday
that's at.
night. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow night. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Again, the final score, MFL Mar Mac winning by a final score of 74-47. For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Zach Soto for running our studio show, as well as Kaylee Baker, for running our camera tonight. Did a great job throughout this season at our MFL Mar Mac home games. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Gothenburg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.